Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. This your boy M3, and I got DJ Eddie King with me.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, man?
What's
Uncle
going
in
on,
the
y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going, sir?
Pretty good, man. I got to give pass the beer to DJ Eddie King, man, because remember, this guy is the one who makes these nice beats for y'all. So y'all
Yes.
should, congratulate and appreciate.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a round of applause. Give me a round of applause.
For sure, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't got
Thank you.
excuse me. I ain't got my sound bits ready, so excuse me. But tonight's topic is, let me start off pretty late. It's called "Are You Too Old to Procreate?" So, procreation means that you're giving life to a newborn. You know, basically life to anything. So, that's what the term procreate is. And so, before I start off with question number one, you know, I just want to say, like, for the people who are watching in chat, thank you guys and ladies so much for watching. And please get these likes up.
Yeah.
Also, we have one of my homegirls, Miss Danielle, in the building.
Yeah.
Hi, how y'all
What's
doing?
going on?
Pretty good, Miss Danielle. How are you? Go ahead, promote
I'm
something.
wonderful. I just got off work.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic now these days at work, so we had to start a little late, but it's all good. I'm glad to see you here and DJ Eddie King.
Yeah.
I'm glad
In
to
the
be
building.
here.
Great, wonderful. And yeah, the topic we're talking about is like, are you too old to procreate? Now I know a lot of women, especially older women, will mostly probably get triggered, but this also applies to men as well too.
What's
So
older women?
So I mean, it depends on like how society considers older women to be. I know society in the United States would try to consider 30 to be too old, but to me, I feel like the age just depends on like if you're not really able to like bear children. And my assumption could be like maybe a woman probably like in her like 60s or 70s, but some people would go way low. Like I heard people talking about like 28 and 35 and stuff, which is ridiculous to me, in my opinion. But who am I to say, right?
I didn't have my first kid till 2 months before I turned 30. And my mother and my spouse's mother was kind of talking crap.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, and I for sure they turn out perfectly fine, right?
Yes, I'd have had two more since then.
Yeah, right, right. All right, so this will be interesting to like start off because now I like to know like what people's thoughts are. So I know right now, unfortunately, some of the people are not able to join the panel because of the jobs. You know, if you're a teacher, you know you have that parent teacher conference, and oh man, those long nights, man, I tell you. But anyways, without further ado, let's start with question number one. So, question number one is, what do you think is the right age for someone to start and stop having children? Why would you choose those numbers? If you had a number, that is.
Mm, go ahead and take this, D.
Sure.
Okay, D, what's your thoughts on this one?
I don't have a number. I just think whenever you are ready, not only financially but mentally, children are a lot to deal with. I like I said, I had my first child at 30, and I still had
Hmm.
no idea really how much of a challenge it is. So the women who can have them young, like all the hats off to you because I could not.
Okay. Did you had a certain plan? Like, if you don't mind if I ask,
Not at
why
all.
did
Oh
you
my.
wait until okay? Why did you wait until the age of 30 to have children? Was
I
it
really,
something? Hmm?
I
Go ahead.
really didn't even wait to the age of 30. That's just when I got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well,
when
kind
I
of close
met
to, I'll
my
say.
spouse, I we split up actually. You know, um,
Mm-hmm.
and I did actually offer him an abortion because I was just like, we don't really know each other like that. We only been 3 months, so but he was like, no, I want to take care of you and the baby, and so we had our first kid together. So it wasn't a plan at all. It was God's plan. It was not me at all.
Okay, that's what's up. You know, and kudos for him for wanting to keep the kids and stuff.
Absolutely, because I never want to force a man to have a baby that he doesn't want.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want no abortion. But like I said, I don't want to have a baby and the baby is not wanted.
That's fair enough. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Danielle.
No problem.
Okay.
DJ Eddie
Yeah.
King.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like it depends. It depends on if you're ready, just like D was saying earlier. It all depends on you. I would say be set financially first. Know what type of money you have, know what type of money you're willing to spend, especially bringing a child into the earth. It's hard work. It's hard work
Mhm.
to raise a child. One, two, three kids. It's very very hard. You got to think about school supply. You got to think of you got to when the kids get a little older, you got to think about the clothes, the shoes, the food. You got to think about a lot of this stuff. Health care, everything. It's a lot of money into raising a child, and I think at a certain age, you know, hopefully, it depends on like kids that's around 20. If they come out, let's just say they go to the Navy or any big time job that's willing to pay a lot of money, and they feel like they're ready. I would say, that's a good question. I don't really know, but if kids is doing good right now, as far as like some people's making like $50 an hour, $45 an hour and stuff at the
Mhm.
age of 23 right now, you know, if they want to set themselves up to take care of a child by saving their money, it should be good by the age of maybe, let's see, 35 maybe. I'm not sure. Um, if they want to start right away. But
Mm.
far as 40 or 50, for the men, it's not really that hard for the men, but I think around a certain age for a woman, maybe like 50, 60 or something like that, they may have a hard time, because they got to push the baby out, and they're at that age to where like they in retirement age to me, like around 60, 60, 65, 70. And
Mm.
for a man though, it's you don't really have to worry about that, but for a woman, I think there's a certain type of limit for them to have children. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all. That's it on that one.
Okay.
But
Well,
one more thing.
oh,
You have to be you have to be physically, like, if you want to have kids though, around that age, if people are decided to have kids around maybe 60, 70, uh, you have to physically be 92% in shape in order to take care of any child. If you decide to do that, you have to be in shape. Okay, and a lot of times, if let's just say some women can't have kids, or let's just say some men can't have kids, you can adopt. You can adopt and just say, you know what, I've did all I could. I'm just gonna just adopt some kids and just have them take care of me because I am getting up that age. But you still have to be physically ready, in shape, in order to take care of any child. Like, I know a woman right now who's 90 years old. Her name is Maria. She's on my Instagram. She stay in shape every single day. Every single day. She doesn't even look 92. She looks like she's about 40, 35. Because she works out every single day. So she got kids, but she stays in shape every day, and that's the only reason why she actually stays in shape, because of the kids. Uh, but yeah, yeah, that's it on that.
okay. 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 Well, first let's give a shout out to Master Duck. He says Assalamu alaikum, and some other
Alaikum
stuff.
salam.
Yeah. So shout outs
Wa
to him.
alaikum salam.
And if you're still in here, Master Duck, hopefully you are. But we have our ladies' night stream on Saturday nights. Normally it would be at 5:30 Pacific time, but this Saturday, from what I was told, it's going to start a little bit earlier, starting at 5 p.m. So check it out, but it's only on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, because that's the only way that you'll check out all these ladies on YouTube. Just want to make that clear. All right, and we have Miss. Oh, hold
Hey,
up. Let me go ahead and show you guys.
that's the queen. That's the queen.
Show you guys a little tag right here. Miss Petty Penny Luann.
Hmm.
What's up?
What's going on?
She definitely has a history of penny pinching, giving them pennies, huh? Yo, when she go to church and the pastor say, "Hey, girl, go ahead and pass the collection plate, and then she pass it all right, pass all these pennies, and he's like, "What the hell?" Make him lose his
Who gave
belief.
me those roll of pennies? Me.
Hey, they never put a price tag on it.
Right. We also have the Blooming Ebony that's in the chat. She says, "Ladies' Night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, this Saturday."
Shout out to the Blue Man Ebony. Shout out.
Yes, she's also a part of our Knowledge and Relationships team, by the way. So, we need her femininity to come up
Where is
there. And,
everybody?
hmm? Well,
Where is
teachers, they're
everybody?
having the teacher parent teacher conference. So, yeah, they're stuck at work, unfortunately.
It's
But
a Hall
hey,
of
you
Fame. He's
guys,
trying to make it here. He's trying to make it here.
yeah. But the good thing is that you guys are here. So that's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the. Oh, you know what? Louis, I was going to jump to the number two
Almost forgot.
question, but
What's
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. You know, number one question is, what do you think is the right age for someone to start and stop having children? Why do you choose those numbers if you have a number to choose?
Okay. I think that I'm an advocate for what what a woman wants. So I believe that at the age of 18, you're grown. So if you get pregnant, I feel like you have to know about those responsibilities and what comes with that. I do think that when you are that young, though, you do need you do need some type of support. I think the age limit for me, I would say never. I don't feel like a woman, you can't, I don't think like a woman is a time limit on it. I feel like if you feel like you are your body can handle that, and I feel like that's a gift that God wants you to have, you will have it. The reason why I choose this is because I'm a woman of a certain age, and I don't have kids yet, so I want to. I don't want to put an age limit on when I'm ready to have children. I think that would just be up to the individual.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, I like that. I mean, sometimes, man, like you don't really have like a age start
Mhm.
and an ending. To me, that is. If it just happens, whether if you plan it out or if it was by accident, then that's just what it is. Either
Right.
way, they could be a blessing or they could be a curse. But it
If y'all
depends.
seen this story,
Hmm?
it's a lady. Her name is May. She's an actress. She's 68 years old, and she just announced that she's pregnant. There's a lot of back,
Wow.
huh?
I said, wow.
Yes, and there's a lot of backlash that she's getting from it, but then there's also a lot of support. Like, wow,
Hmm.
she's 68. She thinks she can do it. She's really healthy. Why not? What's
Yeah,
stopping her? She can deliver the baby.
exactly. Don't okay. Didn't Janet Jackson had a baby around her 60s?
Yeah, no, Janet Jackson had her baby when she was 51.
Okay.
She's
Hmm.
in shape. Janet Jackson's in shape.
But she's in great shape.
Great shape.
Yeah, and that money does wonders, man. I tell you.
There's another woman who just had a baby. I mean, Halle Berry had her first child when she was in her 50s as well.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Well, okay. Well, then let me ask you this question, because people saying like, okay, well, she's in shape, so that's why she can still have babies at an older age, like from 50 and up. But do you think it's possible for women who are out of shape um, to still have kids around the
I
age of 50?
I do, but I think it may be a little bit more riskier for those women because not just because of their age, but now they have more risk, more health factors. They
Mm,
can probably develop. Because even when I haven't been pregnant, but even with pregnant women, some of them they can be real healthy and real in shape. And I think Danielle, she's a mom, so she can contest to this. But even if you are a healthy woman, you can still develop diabetes or any kind of health issues. So you don't have to necessarily be you don't have to necessarily be too old to develop these issues or too big. But I do believe that when you are a little bit more unhealthier, then that's already a bad sign for you in your pregnancy. They tell you that when you are pregnant to try to eat healthy, to try to do a lot of walking, stop smoking, stop drinking. So, with those things being said, even the healthiest woman could have issues if she's just wanting to smoke and she's just wanting to just do eat unhealthy. So so that's a kind of a tricky question because you can be 500 pounds and still deliver a healthy baby.
okay, okay. The Blooming Ebony says women can have children until they are in menopause. The
Correct.
risks are just higher for the mom and baby.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you, Blooming Amity.
What about let's get to like the older men, right? Do you feel like older men don't really have those type of problems?
They do. I think that older men, uh, um, they can have the thing about men. They can continue to have children over and over until they get a vasectomy. I don't think I haven't really done no study, but if I'm correct, I don't think that men have an age where they can stop. Hugh Hefner was in the midst before he died trying to get his wife pregnant, and as we know, he was 98 years old and he could still have children. He could still ejaculate,
Hmm.
or if I could say that, but he could still produce sperm. Now, if is that sperm healthy? Mm, maybe come out a little deformed, but you could still have a child.
How many
Yeah,
kids do
men
we
can
have?
have babies up until that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, thank you, Danielle. I didn't think that men could stop having children. So you guys are blessed with that. But for women, it is a age cutoff at some point, or
Only
Hmm.
because we stop producing eggs. We only have so
right,
many eggs, and every time we have a period, we lose an egg.
right.
However, men never stop producing sperm. My mom said that older men, though, have old looking kids.
Hmm. That's all. Look.
They look like old grandpas
Yeah, that's what
at
my mama
2 years
said.
old.
Now, I ain't say that now.
I did. You didn't have to, Dan. I got you,
Grandpa's
girl.
producing uncles and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, them old jeans. All
But I
right.
think a lot of women that age, Mario and Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
and for all the men, when they are a certain age, I do believe that they think differently and say, maybe I'll have, someone who's younger, like surrogacy. They'll probably use that, or go that route,
Mm-hmm.
so they can then produce their offspring if they cannot have it.
Okay.
And men can also donate. They could donate, sperm. They could donate it to
Mm-hmm.
the system, and women could just, they could pick whatever, whatever case they want to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So men can still have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for answering that question.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the number two one. Number two question that was on the list is why do you feel that some people choose to have a child at a later age? Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
because maybe they are in the midst of their careers. For me, I can speak for myself. I'm
Mm-hmm.
40 something. I ain't going to say what it is, but I feel like for me, I wanted to make sure I was done with school. I wanted to make sure I had a career a little bit, and then I wanted to have the right looking man that I can have my offspring with because, as you guys know, I'm beautiful, and I want my child to be beautiful as well with perfect teeth.
Okay. Get a little group of best from Pinterest.
Mhm. It's
All right.
you have if you and I think it's scientific. If you find the person like that you want to procreate with, if I said that right, that you want to have children with, you do want to look at specifics. If I have too short, if it's I'm short, I'm 5'2". If I have a man that's 5'2", it's a 75-80% chance that I'm gonna have a child that's going to be like 5'2" or 5'3". I want my baby to be tall.
I mean, but maybe he might be 5'2", but he's like a bodybuilder, so you might have like
No, no,
a little
no,
mini bodybuilder,
no.
All right.
I'm just joking.
It's
Let me
always
put
a struggle once
myself
they want to
on
be
mute.
tall men. I hear you though. Um, let's see, Danielle, what's your thoughts on number two?
Maybe they're just not ready.
Hmm.
Maybe they
Mm,
don't want them, and it just happened to get them. I mean, it's a lot of different reasons people wait a long time. I think it's different for everybody.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. But well, let me get to DJ Eddie Kane, and then I'm gonna ask this question following up on it.
Okay. Some people chose to have kids at a later age because when some people will say, I don't want kids and this and this and that. But then when the years pass, and they people got these friends who all got kids, and a lot of these kids, they join the Air Force, join the military, join the Navy, and they see how the kids are taking care of their parents. So when the people that decided to not have kids and they start noticing, start seeing this throughout the years, they're gonna say, man, I need somebody to take care of me. I ain't got no kids, but I can try to start. But like I said from the beginning, you have to be physically in shape if you are going to make that choice at a later age. You have to be physically in shape for the women, especially for the women. Because they're having these babies at, it's women right now that's having babies at 80 and 70, 90 years old right now, but they are in shape. Some you have to be in shape in order to have kids if they decided to do that. But you you when the years pass, yeah, that's they're gonna wish they had some kids. you know, uh, you got 30-year-olds, 35-year-olds. They're going out
Hmm.
buying you a car, buying you your own house. You could barely walk, barely move around, you barely do too much. So later down that road, they think about that, and that's why they have these kids at a later age because it started to get to them throughout the years.
But it's a 50-50 like toss though,
It
because
it is. It
yeah,
is.
because
It's.
mhm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because like my fear for most parents is that, like, what happens if um you have a children that's like a little different, and then he grows up or she grows up and just pretty much just ruins, like, a fraction of your life. You have kids that unfortunately they fall into the bad crowd, then they start acting up, going in jail, and then you're dealing with the stress because you don't want to see, your child get into any danger, but then your child is really the dangerous one.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, it depends. It depends if they are ready to have kids, and if they're ready, they got to make sure that that doesn't happen. You have to put your kids in the right areas, the right system.
Okay.
You have to spend money in order to move to be in a good healthy area for your kids to grow up to see certain things, as far as like good things, like wanted to be a doctor. You want your kids to surrounded by nurses, people from military, people that's higher ranking people that has money. You want your kid to be around that. If you are at this age, definitely, well, any age, but I'm gonna say any age, but you have to have your children around certain people. They have to start at the age of 1. You have to let them know the age of 1 all the way to the age of 18. There's a lot of programs too. There's a lot of programs that they can get into. You know, you can help them how to build jobs. School, everything. You have to get your children at a very, very young age. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything at 1, 2, 3 years old. They're not going to act like they're growing until they like 16 and 15. You know,
Hmm.
to start acting up. That's why you have to get them early for them not to do that. If you need a man, if you try to if you need like adults, if let's just say you got certain friends that are what do you call that word, that are good influence on your kid's life. Yeah, you bring them into your life so they can also help you.
You have
For,
babies,
Yeah. Hmm?
huh?
Mr. DJ? You
On
got babies?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
You would think he have about
It's not
five
too
of them
late.
though.
It's not too late, but
DJ, when you gonna start getting you some?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
You
I'm
Okay.
didn't read between the lines, but that's all
I
good.
I, I, I did. I did.
Oh,
I did.
okay.
okay.
uh, 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 Okay, Luan, I think I'm reading you. All right.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
it's all good.
So let me go back to this, right? So for the ones who wants to pursue school, you want to embark your career before you have children. I'm sorry, children. But are you not afraid of? Well, what do you guys? What do you ladies think about the guys who feel like, well, I don't care about the school thing. I just want to have kids before you guys get too old.
I think that's smart for a man to do because he is the provider. So, I mean, you don't have to necessarily be complete with school, but you have to have enough money to be able to provide for your family.
Mm-hmm. That makes
That's
sense.
the man's job. So you can't be
Hmm.
like, I
Yep.
can't think about that. That's a priority to think about before you procreate. For me, I would think a man should be thinking of.
Right, right. Let me go ahead and enter Mr.
I
Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brooklyn baby in the building.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's
Let's
get it.
go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All
We
right.
really in here now. We are really
Ah,
in here now.
we in here right now.
We are
Let's get
in
it.
here, boy. You
Let's
know
get
what
it.
I'm saying? Odds and relationships. We in here. And I know y'all been watching us. When we come on, we really, really come on, baby.
Yes,
No
we
matter
do.
where
Yes, we
we
do.
at. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We really come on. Woo! You know what
Let's
I'm
get
All
it.
right.
saying? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is, man. For real. No more games, man. And I know y'all seen what we did, the work we put in over the past couple of days. I know y'all been watching. I know y'all been seeing to all the people watching the content, man. We had to, put some heads to bed, a couple of days ago. You know what I mean? Let them know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Handle some business and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Just sometimes people don't become with factual information. With knowledge and relationships, we always have the facts straight, man. You know what I mean? We be looking up dictionaries, all types of stuff, man. We here, man.
Yes. Yes, we here.
Mm-hmm.
We
It's
here.
all about
Let's
pure
get it
study.
in.
I gotta get back to Luann because she has something she want to say real quick.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll say it to the back.
You good? All right, Luann. All right,
come
Luann.
come back to me, y'all. I'm with my client. Come back to me.
Okay, no problem. All right, you can just get right off. All right, so we're gonna just get to the No, no, actually, no. I can't get to the next question until I ask Mr. Hall of Fame the number two question. Right, Mr. Hall of Fame. Why do you feel that some people choose to have a child at a later age?
Oh man, that's a whew, that's a loaded
woo!
question. That's a loaded question. Um,
Get this
wow.
out of here.
I think that what happens it's a number of things. Sometimes people that are following certain religious doctrines, they can't have a baby until they are married or with the spouse, or they get approved by certain religious leaders or even by their parents. So, and also if it's based on their culture too, sometimes their parents will dictate who they marry and who they don't marry. They pick out their spouse, arranged marriages. So you don't know when that can happen for somebody, or when the parents decide that, or when a religious group can decide if someone can get married or not. And I think that's a dangerous game because if two people love each other, then that's really on them. Nobody can really dictate that, and if they don't love each other, nobody can dictate that either. Um, so with that being said, that's one factor. I think another factor could be financial. They can't really afford children at the moment, and they refuse to commit to having a child because having a child is another responsibility. And anybody who's a parent will definitely tell you that. Every person I spoke to that have kids, they say, "Hey, man, if you ever decide to have kids, make sure your money right." You know what I'm saying? Make sure your money is right. Everybody tell me that. I don't care if they have one
Yes.
kid. They don't care if they got two kids. They always tell me, "Man, make sure you got your paper right, man." You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your career and your money right. So that's tied into career and finances. And then sometimes that person is just they're just either a late bloomer in life. Things ain't just happen for them at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? And they just been waiting for the right partner, and that finally happened. Or lastly, that person is just toxic, man. That person is toxic. People been avoiding them. They've been making sure they protect themselves while they with them. You know what I'm saying? That they not having no babies with this person because this person is out there. and they don't want to, you know, procreate with that person because that person is tripping. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, a lot of times, I hate to say this, but unfortunately, a lot of times, that could be the case sometimes. A lot of times, the person is just a toxic person. Unless, like I said, rare cases they've been in the prison system, or what I mean, they was judged incorrectly, or maybe they have been judged correctly and they just getting out now, and now they decide to have kids or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or just a number of things. But if it's not those rare cases, sometimes, a lot of times, I hate to say it, that person is just a toxic person, man. And they've been single for X amount of years, and they've been single for X amount of years for a reason. You know what I mean? If you meet somebody, I would say, and they're about, I would say 30, 35 ish, really 35 ish. And it could be a man or a woman. I'm not even making this a gender thing. It could be a man or a woman. And they ain't really have no kids by now. And you kind of starting to see some strange behavior, some toxic behavior. Yeah, that should tell you what's going on. That should tell you right what's going on. You know what I mean? Your light bulb should go off. Oh, yeah, I ain't having no kids by this person. And if you decide to kind of be with them, stick it out. Yeah, don't have no kids by that person. Don't do it, because you will regret it. Oh, you most certainly will regret it. You know what I'm saying? And you'll wind up paying a price that's way more than financial. Way more than financial. You will suffer. You will suffer. I know a family member that's suffering right now, paying for a child that they don't even pay for them even at all anymore. Like the child is grown, they got the career, the child is good, man. My family member's good, man. They got their own career, all that. They going to school, they rocking out, man. They fine. They don't need no money, and they still making the other parent pay child support, man. It's sad, man. All because they're bitter because they can't get money that's not even theirs to begin with. It's money that's going to be inherited, from that spouse, when that spouse's parent, you know, may or may not be here. I'm not going to get into the logistics of it, but yeah, that's really the case. They mad because they're not gonna get a cut of the bread, from that inheritance. You know what I'm saying? So due to that, you know what I mean, they're making the other partner suffer, and it's sad, man. It's sad, man. If I could change that situation, I totally will. But nothing I can do. My hands are tied, man, and I don't have the financial resources to do anything about it. But yeah, you know, like the great Floyd Mayweather said, protect yourself at all times, even when it comes to the bedroom. And that's all I got to say about that.
And
Oh,
oh, okay, there we go. No, also, I want to say to the men out there, listen, if listen, if you're going to decide to also have kids and stuff like that, right? You got to have a plan. You have to have a plan before that happens. Especially down the later age if you want to have kids. For the men, look, check this out. You want to have an ability that you know how to do, that you can create, you got to have certain type of abilities. For example, if you want to learn how to fix cars, if you want to learn how to paint, if you want to learn how to cut grass, if you want to learn how to fix anything, you can have that. You can have that ability in your mind. That way, can nobody take it away from you. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you don't want to be working at McDonald's making $15 an hour at the age of 50.
mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, that's teenager money. And out here in California, the prices is going up on the rent. That's not even really enough to pay the PG&E. These days. But you got to have an ability for you to, under the table jobs is all right, but that's not a retirement plan. You want a job, you want an ability that you know how to do, something that you like. Let's just say you like to build houses, you like to fix toilets, you want to become an electric, you like to fix, electricity, things like that. You want to have that ability in your mind. That way, can nobody take that away from you. You can start your own career. You can make your own prices. I just wanted to throw that out there for the
Okay,
men
that's
and
all
the
right.
youngsters too.
All right, that's what's up, man. Yeah. All right, man. Let's get to the number three question. Number three is, what do you think are the disadvantages of having a child at a later Wait a minute, hold on for a second. Oh yeah, at a later age. All right, I thought this was the same as number two, but basically, now what are the disadvantages when you have kids at a late age?
We're gonna take this one.
I'll leave it up to you, DJ.
Oh no, I'm gonna pass this to D. Ladies first.
Uh, I don't know. One advantage could be that perhaps your friends had kids before you, so you could be the only one with small children. So your children don't have friends, or you don't have anybody to, hang out with because nobody really wants to hang out with someone with little kids if they don't have them.
Okay.
Maybe
Mm.
you don't have a big family. Like maybe you have less support. I don't know.
Mm. All right, all right.
Mm.
I got something about. I'll wait. Let me see. Hall of Fame. You got an answer for that?
I think the disadvantage is your health could really be at a risk. You know what I'm saying? Especially for women,
Mm.
you putting your health on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And for a man, you may not see this child grow because men sometimes, we do expire a lot earlier than women. I think that's starting to turn around just with, modern medicine and a lot of different things that are going on right now. But, from the previous generations, you know what I'm saying, man expectancy was like 71 or something like that. But I think even now we may be pushing that 80, that 75, 80 mark now. You know what I'm saying? Just with modern medicine and technology and everything else. I think men's age, is definitely stronger. Our prime is a lot more prevalent than it was, a generation ago or even, two generations back. So, we got to factor that all in. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. You want to be able to see this child grow up. You want to be a part of their lives and a part of their achievements and their accomplishments and their milestones as well. And you also want to help them to shape the family legacy and let them know what the family legacy is and give them certain guidelines and protocols and rules about what the family stands for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be raised in a little bastard. You know what I'm saying? Who's just coming in doing all types of craziness. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? You want to make sure they got some structure. You know what I mean? Some love, some tools in order to be a factor. You know what I mean? And then, and that takes a lot of energy and time. And sometime at a later age, man, you ain't got the energy and time. You just want to relax. You don't put in all your work in your 20s, 30s, and sometimes now the prime now is like in your 40s. Now people going to their 40s and they're in their 50s now in their prime. So, you know, once those times are done and you at an advanced age, you want to chill. You want to enjoy your golden years. You ain't really trying to teach no little kid or have no not even teach them, but have the energy to give to them the way that you would, when you in your prime. You know what I'm saying? The energy is dang near pretty much gone, and you just want to relax. So it's really hard to have the energy to invest in them. When you're at that advanced age. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of factors that you just want to key in before you have a child. You know what I'm saying? Especially at a later age. So yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you for sharing Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
And I would like to welcome to Chris, the Blooming Ebony.
Yeah. Ah.
Hi. Can you guys
Hi,
hear
Hi.
me?
Chris. Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
Great. How are you? How's everyone doing?
Doing great. Doing
Good,
great.
good, good.
Yeah,
Doing good.
another day in in paradise. I would say. Actually, that's what one of my coworkers used to tell me. I'll be like, "All right," he'll be like, "Hey, another day in paradise." So, shout out to that coworker. But yeah, Chris, I know you probably been already watching us, and the title, the main title is called like Are You Too Old to Procreate? But we're in number three, and DJ, I hope you don't mind if if I allow this lovely
Go ahead.
lady to go
Yeah,
before
she can
you.
go ahead. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
she can go
thank
ahead.
you. Um, but what do you think are the disadvantages of having a child at a later age?
Yes, I think I have to agree with Mr. Hall of Fame. I think it's health. I feel like, of course, um, you risk a lot having a child in general, and I'm speaking like the women's side. you can pass away or have issues in your 20s having a child, but the risks definitely go up as you get older. And I feel like that's a major disadvantage. Also, I have family members who waited until they were in their late 30s to have children, and they tell us, their nieces, their own daughters, to not wait that long to have children, because now that their children are older and their children are having children, they just feel like they can't be as involved as they would like to, because they're at retirement age, and they're not in that mindset anymore to be nurturing. They kind of lost that. And also they're just tired. They just want to rest. Like, they enjoy being a grandmother, but they feel very hands off, I guess. And I think sometimes they don't like that. They were almost in their 60s when their children were still teenagers. And so I think there can definitely be advantages, but I think in some cases the disadvantages can outweigh the advantages.
Okay. I heard somebody say, "What?" Was you, Danielle?
I thought I was on mute.
You thought wrong. I'm assuming you kind of strongly disagree a little bit when she talked about, like, older women probably just want to kind of, like, and I'm paraphrasing it, but want to, like, relax, not
No,
trying to.
I think my what came at, she said that they are less nurturing.
Oh, the less nurturing part.
Yeah. I never heard of a woman losing being nurturing.
Yeah, I
That
feel
was
like
a shock to me.
what I heard from my family member who said this, she just said that she did it already, and so she didn't want to be that, like, babysitting grandmother. She wants to travel, she wants to do all the stuff that she couldn't do when she was nurturing and all on call all the time. She likes being with the children, but that drive, like that need, she already got the fulfillment when she had her kids. She's worked, she's taken care of her kids, they're all taken care of, and now she wants to take care of herself. And so that also may come out of her working her entire life, and feeling like now is her time to relax. I'm not sure. This isn't like, I don't have this like this large population that I'm drawing this data from. This is like a few people, but this is what I heard, advice that I got growing up.
Wow.
And recently.
Okay. I mean, well, that's interesting advice. I could see that a lot of women who are, especially if they already have the kids and they're not trying to have no more. Yeah, they're into the retirement phase where they're just trying to, travel, spend of, either their money or the other person's money, I guess. So yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh, we lost Luann because I was going to just jump her right in. All right, DJ. I'll let you say something before I give my little.
No, Mr. Hall of Fame pretty much said everything, the majority of everything I wanted to say.
Okay,
So,
well,
go ahead.
Luann's back. Let me get to Luann real quick, right? Luann, Miss Pitt,
Yes, sir.
Pitt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you think about the number 3 question? Number 3 is, what do you think are the disadvantages of having a child at a late age?
Since I wasn't here, I'm not sure if anyone said it, but dying. Like, if you like 70 and you're having a baby, I mean, like, your fear is not being here for them. That's a disadvantage. Not being able to enjoy some of the things that that they're going to experience in life. Not being able to go to everything.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
That's it.
Okay. Well, all right, let me put my 2 cents into this, all right? So, I think one of the strong disadvantages, like when you have your kids late, you kind of miss, and it's going to sound maybe kind of weird, but you're going to kind of miss growing up with that kid.
Oh.
So let's just say for someone who was 18, or let's just say 21. You have a kid at 21, right? So by the time you're 31, your kid is 10 years old. Okay, that's kind of doable, right? When you're 41, your kid is in his or her 20s. So 41, you're kind of in a mindset that you're ready. You just want to retire. You can't, but you're still working for most, but you still want to enjoy life. You feel like you're still in your right mind, so you can still be somewhat relatable with your kid. But I feel like when there's a large age gap, it's I don't know. I feel like it takes away from that adventure. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You'll be like, I think like you'll be like 50, 60, and it's like, man, I don't want to. By the time when you get up to close to my age, where I was at, man, I'm like, probably on my walker or wheelchair. I'm like just too old, to relate to you. Too old to want to spend that time with you. It just doesn't feel the same. And I think a lot of times that plays in a factor with women because their biological clock is always ticking. See, we could sperm all day and night whenever we want for eternity until the day we die. But for women, oh man, they can't wait too long. That's why their survival instincts kick in and they have to be cutthroat with the right man they choose because they try and get the right seat up in there. So let me go ahead to the number 4 question, y'all. Number 4. Do you think that the same should go for men? That there should be a certain age to stop making babies?
No, no, there is no age limit to making babies when it comes to the men.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's unlimited. Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
You could be at the age of 100. You still can have you can still have babies.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no limit for men. You know, as far as making babies. That's what I got to say on that.
Okay, okay. What about when society tries to say like, "Oh, bro, why you having so many kids, man? You too old for that." What will you tell them if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, man, why you having this kid at the age of 50? Even though that woman's 20 years old, but you're 50 years old having babies. You're too old to be having kids." What will you tell
Well, first I'd have tell them to stay out of my business.
Right. Right.
Okay, mind your business. That's what I would have told them. Okay, don't worry about what's going on over here. Okay, is
Right.
you willing to pay some bills on this side? If not, mind your
Mm.
business.
Mm. I love you, GJ.
Thank you,
I love
thank
you.
you,
I love
thank
you.
you.
I like that. All right, why you all on my Kool-Aid, bro? Lil, I'm gonna get to you, man. Because you and DJ can't always have
Hold
that
on, hold
synergy.
on, hold on, hold on. You ain't
Hmm?
gonna ask a man a question and skip the man. Hold on now.
Right?
Hold on. I'm gonna answer this first. Hold on.
Okay,
She
well,
went
she.
too. Hold on. I'm gonna answer
All
this
right, go
first.
ahead.
Now, you know what I'm saying? As for a man, for me, I would say, for me, for myself, 45. After 45, I ain't doing it. I'm done. I'm good. Nope. I'm good. I want to enjoy my rest of my years. I want to chill. I want to, be on my yacht. You know what I'm saying? Go to the
Hmm.
south of France. You know what I mean? Just be in the tropics, all that, man. Nah, I ain't chasing no kids around after 45, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't want none. So, and I think every man should stop at 45. It's just because around 45, that's when you got to really start doing the cancer test, and you know what I mean. You got to start really doing certain things, and your body change. I mean, your body changes each era.
Hmm.
From
Yeah.
teenager to young man, to more mature man, to middle aged man, to then senior man. You know what I mean? So, 45, you like middle aged man. So you gotta do the cancer test. You gotta do this and that, and blah 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 blah. Nah, I'm good, man. I don't want no kids after 45. And I would tell any man, don't have kids after 45. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to, that's up to you. I mean, you can be your own man, but me, nah. and nobody will have to ask me the question if I'm having kids at 50 because I ain't having no kids at 50.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right,
ain't doing
right.
that. Yeah, nah. That to me is not sensible or reality. You know what I mean? I'm half 100 and I want to have kids. No, I'm good. I'm cool. I'm good. No.
All right, for sure. All right, Luann.
Yes,
Let me get
sir.
back to you. Let me get back to you, right, real quick, right. So, like I
Yeah,
said before, like you and DJ Eddie King, y'all got that synergy going. So, I'm trying to get that same energy from y'all.
yeah. Let's get it.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think about the number 4 question?
Uh, no, I don't think that men should uh be stopped. I mean, it's nobody like I don't feel like a woman should be stopped. It's nobody's business when um um it's nobody's business on what time you should be stopped having kids. That's like stop having sex. Like, come on
Mm-hmm,
now. You
mm-hmm,
are
mm-hmm.
in someone else's like whole life when you be like, oh, they too old to be having kids. Why does it concern you?
Right.
As long as it can get up and stay up, then and you can have babies, keep having them until as long as you can. If you can take care of them, I say, I say go ahead. I am unbiased when it comes to having to for multiplication. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to multiply.
Yes.
It doesn't
Yes.
have a time limit on it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's just my personal opinion.
Shoot, I'm gonna just say this in three. You can move on with the panel after this. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking care of no old bastards' kids. If they want to have kids, let their parents take care of them, let they relatives or whoever else take care of them. That's why I want nobody old having kids because your punk ass gonna kick the bucket and I'm gonna have to spend my tax money taking care of your bastard ass kids and I don't want to do that.
Oh wow!
I mean, I'm being real.
But guess what?
You know
You could
me. I
be
don't
a woman
sugarcoat.
out there
I don't
looking
sugarcoat.
for a
You know me. I'm keeping
child.
100.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You know?
I'm not taking care of nobody else's kids. I ain't got no kids. And I don't want to take care of nobody's kid, pet, um,
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
robot. None of that. I don't want to take care of none of that. You know what I mean?
But
But,
listen,
but
If you cannot take care of it yourself and you don't think you're gonna be around here, you know what I'm saying?
Hall of
Write
Fame.
in your will and your testament that all your relatives will take care of your kids. Don't because if you don't
Mm.
do that, guess who have to pay for them? Me and three, and the rest of us who don't got kids gonna have to pay for
Okay,
those
that's
kids.
not necessarily
I
true
got,
because there could be a parent out there, like parents out there who want to be parents, like who
yeah.
a
They may
couple
not
out there
make it, is what I'm
who
saying. They may not
no,
live
I'm
to see
no,
that.
hold on, that's not what I'm saying. Hall of Fame, like say if the parents, you kick the bucket, you didn't had a baby at 70, now you 95, and the Lord has called you home. By that time, your children will be like what 20,
Right.
but
Right. At
but
least you have somebody after you. You know what I
but
mean?
but you have somebody after
Oh
you. I
man,
think
don't
it's
make me get on that part.
so important. I think it's so
I got a story.
important to
Yeah.
have children. Like I don't know why. I just feel like that's what we're supposed to do, and if
Wait,
we don't do it, some of us go crazy.
wait. What you
Yeah.
think
I
about
mean,
what
look
we
look at
Well,
supposed
if
to
look
do?
you
at
have a
look at
kid at
King
70,
James. Look at King James. You know he got how many kids named after him? Like man, the name is what, King James the eighth, the ninth. You know, you want somebody to have their bloodline after you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Don't you need a family that represent you?
Right.
and that's why you got cousins, nieces, nephews, everything.
Oh
But let me tell you
Lord.
something. Let me
I'm
tell
That
you,
don't
something.
really
done.
count. That don't really count.
You have a kid at 70. You have a kid at
That do
70.
not count.
No, it counts if they're accountable. You know what I mean? It's the same if the kid is accountable. It counts. If the kid ain't accountable, then you just raising a bastard who gonna care nothing about your bloodline. But if you got a niece and nephew that care about your bloodline, yeah, it'll keep going, or a cousin, it can keep going, as long as it's in the family. You know what I mean? But if you got a kid at 70, hell, they got a birthday, they need to have a celebration for you too for living that long. You know what I'm saying? You having a kid at 70, if you make it the first year of that kid, the kid need to have a birthday,
Mm.
and your old behind need to have a birthday too.
Right.
Yeah, but
Okay,
Listen,
but
let me tell
there's
this.
some
Wait,
70-year-olds out
hold
there,
on.
y'all,
all right.
that look
Hold
like
on,
they
Luann. Let me
50.
tell the story real quick. Hold on. Let me tell the story real quick because all you guys is reminding me of, right, is that this is what I hate the most. When other people, they have children, right? And they know damn well, I don't give a damn about having kids, right? But then you want to tell me that, oh, I'm going to assign you to be my godfather, right? My kid's godfather. And so if we ever die, you must promise, right, to take care of my baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told this chick, I was like, I ain't taking care of nobody's children, nobody's kid, period, right? It's like, but why? Like, that's what godparents do, right? I'm like, you have a parent, you have a
What?
mom, you have a dad, or whatever.
What?
You get if you die, your kid goes over to the parents, and if you don't want the kids to go to the parents, you better put them up for adoption because I'm not taking
Yep.
care of them. I'll be
Yeah, but
the godparent from a distance, but no.
well, but listen, they might
So Eddie,
chose you.
can I?
They might chose you out of everybody else.
And they
You
chose wrong.
listen, because the kids might have, they might love you. You know what I mean? You might been having a good influence
but
on the
MZ
kid
don't love the
for years. So the person probably chose you. Like, hey man, are you willing to do this? I picked you because
And
of
I say, hell no.
So
I'm
Mario,
just
you don't want
saying.
to have any kids?
Look,
No.
don't pick M3 Hall of Fame for that. All right, we not the ones.
Oh, we got
Right.
Yeah, he
to
will
Don't pick
someday.
us.
Yeah, he will someday.
Yeah, that's
Don't
what you
pick
think.
us. Please don't pick us.
just
Hell
because you don't want to have kids, Mario, you're gonna have them. It always
Yeah,
happens
you
like
can't
that.
you can't tell me that.
You can't tell them that at all.
Hey,
Well, I case
accidents
shop
do
every
happen.
day.
Accidents do happen, and sometimes
Accidents happen
some
over
straps
here.
don't work. Sometimes some straps don't get to working. Sometimes, so
Yeah,
accidents do happen.
accidents happen sometimes, and period happens as well too, though. So the good Lord. Anyways, Crystal
Oh,
Bloomer Ebony,
Yeah,
right? Let's get your thoughts.
if the Lord wants you to have kids, you can't say nothing.
Oh,
You
he
can't
don't
do
want
nothing
to
about
kiss
that.
me, huh?
Well, he said no a few times, so good. He on my side. There we go. The Lord says no.
Oh, everybody having accidents over here. No, baby. No.
You know the song like hell no to
Hold
the
on,
no
man.
No,
No, listen.
That's how you do me.
Hold
That's
on, wait
how
a
you do
minute.
me, Mr. M3. Okay.
But there's no scriptures that says that you can't have kids. I mean, at a certain age though, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, no. You have kids with it, like in the scriptures, right? I mean, like these was like women too, right? That was like 167 years old or something like that, and they were still having kids.
Yeah, but you've
but-
done everything already. Let's just say you went around the world. You've been around the world. You've done everything you wanted to do. Everything you wanted to do.
Okay.
Don't you think it's about that time for if you wanted to have kids? Don't you think it's their turn to do it too?
nah.
You
No.
crazy.
No.
I mean, what is that? What else is there to do? Ain't that else to do?
The Bible says.
All right, you got
The
your
Bible
money
says-
already. You got your yacht.
The Bible
You got
says
your
be
mansion.
fruitful
All
and
right,
multiply.
The Bible also says everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Okay?
Exactly.
You have to do it as you want.
Oh,
Right.
like matter of fact, I'm working on my sound effects on that one.
Hey, yeah,
I'm coming.
you know what?
I'm coming.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
gonna
one,
have to
Mr. Hall of
read
Fame.
that.
That is a good one. Give me that. Hey, Mr. Hall of Fame, put that scripture in the chat box right now. I
Right
want that
now.
one.
Put that
I
scripture
want
in the
that.
chat box.
Hey,
I
Luann.
got you.
Luann.
I ain't got no shame in my game.
Wait a minute. Hey guys,
Dude.
Luann.
Yes, sir.
This is for you.
Wow.
Listen, hold on, wait. Okay, listen. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, but I want to get that scripture though, Mr. Hall of Fame. Please put that in there in the chat
I
if you
got
can.
you. Oh,
If
yeah.
you can, sir. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And this is not allegedly too. Like this is like factual stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I need to get to like Chris real quick because I want to know her thoughts.
Yeah, I need that scripture so I can put that in my auntie's face. I need that one.
Hey,
I hope your auntie watch.
Hold on.
I hope she not.
Yeah, guys. All right, hold on. Let's get to Chris real quick, and then we gotta get to Danielle because they've been quiet.
I know.
Personally, I don't know if like a really like a healthy masculine man will want to have kids after a certain point, because the point of what makes him masculine and what's going to give him that fulfillment isn't just having the kids, is being able to provide and protect the kids. If you know that you could pass away before the child is 18, before the child can survive on their own, I couldn't see it being a logical decision for a man to have a child when he's very vulnerable. Like when death is, could be around the corner. I feel like that's something he would think about. Like he would have to set up a trust, have wills set up, make sure that people know that if he does pass, they're going to be that he's, he wants them to help out with the child, have money set away, just all of that, like making sure that even after he's gone, he's still able to provide for his child. I think that if you know that you may not have too much longer to live, having a child can be sort of reckless, because it's kind of unfair to the child to lose both their parents. I understand that, you wanted kids and maybe, you got lucky and you wanted kids your entire life, but you have to think about the child. It's, well, if you leave the child with no father, or what,
Yeah.
of course you risk that at any age, but at that point, that the risk of you passing away is much higher. And so I feel as though the responsible thing to do is either make sure you set your child up very well, or you make better decisions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you,
Well, listen.
Chris.
Well, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like, as far as the age limit, I don't feel like no one knows when their time is gone. Right? No one knows their time.
Right.
Only certain people know their time is ahead. If that's only those that don't take care of themselves. If you start at the age of 20 or the age of 30 to just stay in shape, you can live a long life. This it's women and men out there right now that's the age of 130, 135. And all they doing is staying in shape. That's all they doing. They're eating the right foods, drinking the right water. All they doing is staying in shape. So we can't really point. We can't really say that. We can't really say your time is coming because you're getting old, unless
Well,
you know for a fact that you're unhealthy. Then they can say that. Yeah.
I agree. I think what I'm saying is you have to plan ahead, because just because you're healthy doesn't mean that something can still happen. Like, for example, my grandmother was very healthy, yet she got hepatitis and blood transfusion, and she was so healthy that her body couldn't, it rejected her liver, you know. Her immune system wasn't weak enough. So, like I'm saying, of course these things can happen at any age. What I'm saying is, if you look at statistics, the lifespan, for the average man is not 90 something. And so if you're like 70 and typically men pass away around 68, I'm just saying plan. Be responsible, think ahead, think, okay, I don't know when I could die. You should be doing this at 40.
Mm-hmm.
But especially if you're getting to the age where AARP is like, hey, make sure you have that life insurance, you should probably be planning for your child as well. That's all I'm saying. So, like, yeah, we don't know where we're gonna go, and you should be planning at any age. But if you're approaching 100, it should really be at the front of your mind. You can't procrastinate on this, because you could be setting your child up for a hard life.
I hear you on that one.
Yeah.
As far as the preparation, yeah, I get it. Um, yeah, thank you, Chris. Danielle, let me get to you real quick. What
So
were your thoughts
everybody
on
keeps
this?
talking about death, and as a Muslim, death is something that's prominent in my life at all ages, because our ultimate goal is to make it to heaven. And in
Right.
order to make it to heaven, you have to prepare in this life. So
Mhm.
thinking about death, I am not none of the ages that y'all talk about. But after having my children, I panic and worry about dying before my children are adults, even now. So I don't know that any age would make me feel less fearful of dying before I feel like my children can take care of themselves. So not that wouldn't be a deterrent for me for having children, or it's not a factor. I mean, I grew up where I had friends die right next door to my house before they made it to 18.
Mm.
I have friends that have grandparents. Even my husband, his grandmother had 6 or 7 generations before she passed. Age does not matter, because our time here, like Mr. Eddie said, is unknown. Only God knows that.
Right.
So death is not a reason to do anything as far as procreation. for me, the only thing to think about death for is to be prepared for it. And that's on my own side of being prepared to meet my maker. Like, am I prepared to meet my maker? That's the only thing I
No.
think of when I think of death. Is God gonna be pleased with me? Am I gonna make it to heaven? But as far as men, my husband said he agreed with 45. Initially he said 37, but then he said 45.
There
So
you
I
go.
mean, I don't know. I think that it's the same that I said for women. If you feel physically and mentally ready, financially prepared, then do what you please.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. Huh. 45. All right. I heard that. Okay. So
You know, some parents are strict though. You know, about their kids too, having kids.
uh,
You know, you got some parents that don't want their kids having kids until the age of 37, 35, 40.
Right.
Hey, that's them.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be young grandparents.
Mhm.
Those parents have issues because it shouldn't be up to your parent when you do anything.
Right.
Once you have reached the age of autonomy, I mean,
Depending on the religion too.
regardless of your religion, no religion says that a parent can dictate that.
Right.
That's a cultural thing.
There's
That's a
a lot of
cultural thing.
there's a
He
lot
is
of different
correct.
there's a lot of different religions that do that.
What religion?
A lot of them in different camps. It's a bunch of them.
Name one.
Well, you got the ISPKU Hebrews. They have their rules.
That's not
That's
true.
one. That's one. That's one. It's two. It's different Hebrew camps. I'm just telling her which camp else
Well,
are
I'm
making
just
those
telling you
rules.
because
In
I'm a
San
Hebrew
Francisco,
Israelite. So
San Francisco. I'm talking about San Francisco. The majority of them do that over there. So that's one. I can name a whole list, you know, but I'm just saying it depends on what they believe in, how they want to have their kids set up. I'm not saying that's for everybody or every
Well, at a
religion.
certain age, it's not a
I'm
kid.
not saying
They're
that.
adults.
It's huh?
At a certain age, they're not kids. They're adults.
They
You
don't
said
care.
how they want their kids set up. They're not
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. They don't care about that. They don't care if you grown. They still have those rules.
That don't sound
But
like a valid religion.
but
Well,
I
that's
understand what Danielle is saying.
that's not my religion. That's their religion. There's certain people's religion that do that. That's what I wanted to say.
Miss
Not
Luann, you
mine.
said you're an Israelite and that's not true?
Well, I consider myself a Hebrew Israelite, and
Me too.
they do not
see, I know that's where the connection.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, listen,
That's not how
Luann.
they think. Because it's
I know.
supposed to
I
be.
know.
Hold on, Eddie. Because and it's not even a religion. It's more a spiritual thing. And you listen to what the word says, and you can't go from the word and it says again to be fruitful and multiply. Now, it does not say that it doesn't say it doesn't say like Danielle says. It does not say that there's a time limit or that there's a particular age, because in some areas
Mm-hmm.
a 12-year-old is married already. Is she not supposed to have children? So,
No.
and it's not religious. Some of it, like Danielle said, is cultural. If you listen to the Amish, she gets married at 11 years old. They are groomed to
Mm-hmm.
be wives and mothers at a young age.
That's
That's
right.
all
And
they
that's
know. That is not, now that's part of religion, but that's also part of culture. That is where they live. That's what they know.
let me make this.
So we can't just say, "Oh yeah, that's we can't put it in a box." We don't want to ever put what people do in just one box, because then we become like gated. Like now we're telling people that they're wrong for doing that.
Right. I want to make it clear. I'm definitely not talking about all Hebrew Israelites. I'm
Okay.
definitely not talking about all of them. I want to make that clear right now, because you got some camps even in New York right now who feels and believes that the scripture is saying you could go ahead and just take any women home with you, whether they kick and fight, and they believe that they daughters should be, raped and all that stuff. Like it's camps that
Oh, I've
believe
never heard
that.
that.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can look. You definitely. I'm gonna send you the link.
That sounds cultural. That don't sound
I
like
would just
That's
culture.
like a cult. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
yeah. So that's what I was saying.
It's
I don't
people
know
that
any
are
religion.
creating their own religion. There's people that are
That's not
creating their
real.
own religion. Yes, it is. I'm just telling you, there are people creating their own religion.
People can't create religion.
Hey,
Right.
listen. Hey, I'm telling you what. I'm just telling you, there are people out there that's doing that.
They should call themselves just groups because you cannot create a religion.
They might as well just call themselves just group.
Okay. Guys, we have some guests that's appearing, and we have Mr. CKQ.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. CKQ?
How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
So tonight, right? Well, if you're just not coming in, right? I just want to let you know that tonight.
I mean, I was coming from the gym, but I had you playing, and I just heard the last question that
Okay.
can men be too old to procreate? I believe, right? That was the question.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and highlight it real quick. Okay. So yeah, we're going. Yeah. So right now, we're just like trying to have like one guest at a time or whatever. But for the number 4 question, is do you think that the same should go for men? That there should be a certain age to stop making babies. Pretty much. What are your thoughts, real quick?
I mean, as long as you can afford it, I don't think you should. If you can afford it, and if you're up to the challenge, because I think kids are a challenge more, then yeah, why not? Go until you can.
I
That's
like
it.
your answer.
That's it. That's really just it. If you can support it, if you can financially support those kids, if you can bring them up in a good home to make them like responsible adults to society, yeah. I mean, I don't really see a problem with it at all, actually.
Okay, so as long as you have like a good financial amount,
Yeah.
basically you're
It's-
saying you should just pop as many babies you want, right?
If you can afford it, yeah, why not?
Okay. What do you guys think about him saying that?
I already gave you my answer, so
I gave my answer.
Okay.
I said 45. That was me. But hey, everybody do what they want.
Well, no. I'm talking about like, okay, if you have the money, right? If you could afford it,
No.
well, you could
No.
see. So even more money, right? All right.
45. I don't care if I got Jeff Bezos money. 45. 4-5. Okay.
I'm curious.
5.
I'm curious on why you have the hard number.
I have the hard number because I want to enjoy my life and do the things that I want to do.
Okay.
And I need to do. And after 45, I'm not chasing no rugrats around. That's me. Everybody
So
has
if you got somebody
preference.
pregnant, then what?
I ain't getting nobody pregnant. What you mean? No. No.
So you're not gonna have sex after 45?
I am. But that's when you have a discussion with your partner and y'all come up with different rules and parameters of what y'all are gonna do and what y'all not gonna do. Every couple does that. Every couple does that. You gotta come up with rules, boundaries, and parameters and goals and different things y'all wanna come up with in y'all relationship about what y'all have to get done.
So my brother was saying that him and his wife, they saying that they don't want kids. They both have a child from previous relationships.
There you go.
My brother's wife passed. His new wife has a child. Their children are the same age, and they both are saying that they don't want children anymore. And so they did come up with parameters and stipulations. However, women are fickle, and their feelings change, especially when they're pregnant. Hormonal balances change, mind changes. Yes. What if you did set these parameters, and then that person was just like, I don't really want to do that.
Well, then, hey, we're gonna have to have another conversation because relationship is done. Then it's a wrap.
So then you would just leave your child?
Right.
No, I ain't leaving my child. I'm gonna take care of my responsibility, but I'm not gonna. If they change their mind and say, "Oh, now I want to have a baby," no, we're not having babies. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So then, what's the point? If you're gonna still take care of your child, what would be the point of leaving the woman?
Are you talking about having an accident kid?
Yes.
Yes.
I just said ain't gonna be no accident kid. Ain't gonna be none of that.
And that's what I said. How can you say that though?
Right.
You getting
That's why I
vasectomy?
said me and my partner would have different rules, parameters, and guidelines of what we're doing in our relationship at certain ages, certain stages. We will have that already understood. They already would know what's going down, whether somebody getting snipped or whatever, whether it's somebody getting the tube
Oh,
tied,
you would
whatever.
get a vasectomy. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
a vasectomy, then that
I'm
makes
not saying
sense.
who get what. I ain't saying who get what, but we would talk. Me and my partner would talk about that, and we would come up with a plan.
If
And
you
we
don't
go
want
from
to, it'll
there.
be more practical for you because a woman will have to go through a whole lot to get her tubes tied.
right.
Well, hey,
That's a whole surgery.
whatever.
I mean, but at a certain
It's
age,
easier
can
for
you
you to
not
get
have
a
kids
snip
anymore as a
snip.
woman? At a certain age, can you not have kids
After
anymore?
menopause, women have no more eggs and can no longer get pregnant, but that's the age is not 45.
Okay, well, I mean, if both of y'all are 45, then hey, keep shooting. Why not?
Keep shooting.
I mean,
I'm
women can't
with-
shoot like how the man can shoot, so I don't know.
What's his
I
name?
wouldn't be saying that.
M3.
Hmm?
The last young man here.
Well, you talking about high value nurse?
It's case
CKQ.
KCU, right?
No.
I mean
Oh,
CKQ.
you talking about the one that's in the panel, CKQ.
CKQ.
Yes, the
Okay.
one that's in the
Clemens, yeah.
panel.
Yes.
I agree with everything you said, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Luann, right? What's the thing that you agree? What was the most that you agree? Did you really listening? I just want to make sure.
Yes, I was. He said that
reiterate.
he felt the same way I felt. He's basically said that men should continue to have, keep going on as much as they can go on if they can afford it. If you can afford it, why not? Why not have babies and enjoy your babies? For Hall of Fame, he just want to walk around his house butt naked at a certain age.
Yes, Lord.
Okay.
On my yacht. That's
Just
right.
say that, Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all know what it is. Y'all though. Y'all all grown with my champagne in my hand. Yes.
He just want to be a nudist.
Do what? All of that. All the above. Whatever you got. Whatever you think.
Hold on.
Be free.
Look, man, he just want to
Look, Mr. Hall of Fame. Look, Mr.
Hold
Hall of Fame.
on. No. He just want to enjoy his life, girl. Okay, it ain't about being butt naked and all that stuff, right? Maybe, but he just trying to enjoy his life.
Yeah.
You don't have to have kids that don't want to.
Mr. Hall of Fame said, he said, I'm not taking care of them little bastards.
Well, no. Actually, technically, I the one said that I'm not taking care of those little bastards.
I said that too, though.
No, but Mr. Hall of Fame said,
I said it too. I said it.
Oh, you said it?
We agree. We on par with that one.
Why they gotta be bastards though? Y'all
Because they are.
How cold?
Oh wow.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm joking.
I gotta say shout outs to the high value nurse. Like, what's up, CJ Cows, man?
CJ.
Man, give him his support, man, on his YouTube channel.
Yep.
Shout out to Caprice. She's also
Caprice. Yeah.
How you doing?
Ebony, very nice sister.
Yeah.
And also, what he said, women don't. Oh, he said. He said. Women who don't want kids don't have them.
Yep.
Yep, that's true. The high value nurse, I'm one of them. Okay, and I want 6 of them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Can't make this shit up, man.
I think that was my point to Mr. Hall of Fame is that the woman is ultimately who have the last say. Because I mean, once she get pregnant, it don't matter what she said before. It's what she gonna decide once she get pregnant. I mean, It changes.
It's the final say, and
Absolutely.
I agree.
Well, the final say is will be death, though. But,
Hall of Fame I know this is a personal question, but if you ever have visit a sperm bank, you're going to have some little ones out there. I'm telling you.
No, I ain't. No, I ain't not. No.
Okay.
And let me say this too. Both people have to be in the decision making when it comes to having a kid.
Right.
They both have to have a choice.
People do not have to.
They both have to have a choice. They both have to, because at the end of the day, when that child is born and that paper need to be spent, you gonna want that man's paper. Oh yes, you will.
Most people do not have to. You know how many men out here got kids that they don't want? I mean, men lose their decision rights once they spit that sperm.
Right.
He don't lose no rights. He got to pay for that child if he come out, right?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. So
if
he
that
has
woman
a right.
take you to court, but you don't get to decide anything. You get
But
to hope that
but
she agrees with you.
that's actually the woman's fault because she laid on her back first, and she
Well, let's
wanted
not go
him
there,
to
Eddie. Let's not go
have.
there.
She
I
wanted
mean,
him. She
I'm not
wanted
even
his
talking
kid.
about whose fault it is. Fault is irrelevant.
Both
Point,
It's
point,
both
parties
of
point.
their
involved in
fault.
choice.
But I'm just saying, but the final say of if that woman is going to carry that child is that woman.
Right.
Nah, they both got to decide. They both got to decide, man.
That's only a sensible woman.
That's why you got to plan. You got to plan ahead. That's why I tell people watch who you lay with and who you stay with. Okay. And if it don't add up, don't do it. Don't do it because then you're gonna find yourself in a situation with somebody who's not agreeable or who does not want to work in a partnership with you. They're gonna want your money. They're gonna want your resources, but they ain't gonna want nothing else to do with you. And
Then
that
you
could
know
be either
what?
a man or a woman. That could
Then
be
you know
either a
what?
man or a woman. You
Then
know
they
what
should
I'm
have
saying?
never have laid down with me if in the beginning and
Yep.
wanted to commit to being with us, like together, me and you.
Yep.
And then when, okay, like I guess Eddie said, a mistake baby, as y'all call it,
Hmm.
um, when that happens, we should still be in it together.
Yep.
Why, like Daniel said, why separate then? Because you wasn't worried about it. If we was
When
to
you was
just
spitting
me and
that
you,
fire.
now that I got
Well,
pregnant.
the guy told you like, hey, this is just I'm just having fun, and you knew that, so you decided, not you. I'm saying you just the women decided to lay down on their back when they know it was just all fun.
Stop
That's
saying
right.
that, Eddie. That's
Some
so.
The
females.
majority of women,
Just
majority.
stop saying laying on the backs, because some of y'all men lay on
Sometimes
y'all
they on
backs.
top.
Okay, because sometimes y'all
Okay.
lay on y'all backs because that's all y'all need. Okay,
I'm trying to show you how
real women get on top. I'm just telling you, Eddie. You stop saying that.
Okay, man. The
Okay.
lady stream
I'm
is
gonna
tapping.
leave
It's
y'all alone. I'm
tapping.
gonna leave you ladies
The
alone.
lady
No,
stream
see,
is
keep
tapping.
not to
It's
play that
tapping.
horn, bro.
Okay.
I'm
We
trying to
driving them
steer.
until you
I'm trying to
finish.
steer the
Okay.
pot.
Man,
That's
what?
all.
I was really trying to start a pot too with Mr. F3 because it really it be baffling me, you know, those type of things. Like I don't know,
Uh
like
What baffles you?
oh.
a man that just is so have such a definite age of what they don't want to do, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well then you go get a vasectomy. He's like, oh, I ain't saying who doing what, and it's just like if you don't want no kids, I don't understand the problem of being the person to get a snip. That was the conversation me and my husband had when he was like, oh, I don't want no more kids. You should just get your tubes tied when you had the last kid. I said, hold on, brother. I have to carry the baby and I have to have C-section. So I'm already going through a whole lot. And I'm not the one who's saying I don't want no more children. I mean, God decides how many children I have. So if you don't want no more children, you need to get snipped. And initially he was like, what? I was like, it's just the in and out procedure. You can have that done on your lunch break and go back to work. But for me, I'm down. Like they gotta cut me open to the center of my body.
Right.
Dang.
Like literally, they have to get to your fallopian tube. Like it's a major surgery. Like you could be putting that woman at risk just to not procreate, and it's really just ridiculous. And so, but he initially he ultimately agreed that he would be the person. But so for a man to say what he don't want, but then he don't want to put forth that effort, and he want to put that back on the woman. And then you don't then I'm like, well, it's up to the woman. Ultimately, then you're like, well, it's not up to the woman, but it is. Come on now.
M3, what you got to say, M3?
I agree with you, Danielle.
You're doing too much.
I'm here with you, sister.
You're doing too much.
Oh, I'm doing too much?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
To be saying the definite age, but then not wanting to be the person to get the vasectomy. It's like.
Okay, I see what you mean in general. I mean, okay, but see, like, ultimately, I guess, like, okay, so, like Mr. Allframe said, like, it is both decisions then, right? Because ultimately, if you don't want to have kids, by you
have a vasectomy because that's the only time you actually have control over what's going to happen.
Pretty much.
Having a discussion doesn't mean anything. Once a woman gets pregnant, you can. If this woman doesn't have any children,
but
she gets to this older age, and she just so happens to get pregnant.
Yeah, but hold on.
What is to say she gonna actually not want to keep that baby?
Hold on, M3, hold on.
But it doesn't stop a woman, right, from still having kids if she chooses not to. See, that's the other thing too, though. Like the man could be like, okay, well, I don't want to have kids by you, and the woman be like, okay, well, I don't want to have your seed in me, but I'll go find somebody else.
then they
That's
don't
another
need to
thing
be
you gotta
together.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they together then.
Then
Yeah,
they
it's a
don't
wrap.
need to be together.
It's a
But
wrap
you know,
then.
people love to be in those toxic relationships.
Well, then they deserve whatever they get. And that's what
Right.
I'm saying. The man, you do not have no control. Once you spit that seed, your decision making is over.
You,
All you can
you,
do is hope.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, y'all keep saying our decision, which
I didn't say
it's
ours.
really.
That was them three.
I'm,
Oh, you talking about the
no,
hour as in a man?
I'm talking about as a man, yeah.
Okay, what?
Oh, okay, wait, hold on for
Which,
one second.
what? Okay.
CKQ, right? Do you have like any final comments before I bring high value nurse in there?
No. Like that was I actually really enjoyed that. The fact that the idea that men should have a cap on where or when they should have kids is pretty good. But again, for reproduction, we have no by nature we have our cap is far longer than women's.
No cap for the man.
Okay, for sure.
No cap.
Well,
Exactly.
if you don't mind, go ahead and
Or
like
me,
shout out
Gavin.
real quick.
Oh
Um,
shit! Oh,
How you doing? My name's Clemens. I'm the host of the CKQ podcast show. I host a show every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where I bring men and women on similar to this channel, Knowledge and Relationships, where we both talk about how dating between men and women, different dynamics like mental health issues, and how it all plays into the bigger society. And I'm always looking for different panelists. So if you're ever interested, go to my panel. My email is there. Reach out to me, and we can have a conversation. But thank you guys for having me. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. You guys are always pretty good. I always see you guys supporting me, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, no problem.
You're
We're gonna
welcome.
give him a round of applause
Ready for KQ?
before we salute.
Appreciate
Salute.
you. Appreciate you.
And peace out. All right, take care,
Later.
CK. All right.
oh, he was some good eye candy.
Why you shoot your shot, Luann?
I know, right?
You ain't
Luann,
shot.
Luann just, she's being Luann. That's all. Luann just being.
Look at her. She got CKQ smiling already, man. All right. Thank you, CKQ.
CJ, what's up, man?
CJ.
What's going on, y'all?
Going on?
Nothing much,
Interesting
man.
conversation. Interesting conversation. What's up, Danny? What's up, sis?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Working as usual. But no, this is an interesting conversation. Danny, I wanted to actually comment on something you said. You said the woman does have the final say, and that is true. But if you and that man have a discussion and y'all truly come to the agreement of not having children, I really think that it's important to take the proper steps necessary to not have them children. Because if a man truly doesn't want a child and a woman does agree, and I know emotions are fickle and everything like that, you are inevitably going to cause turmoil and drama in that and resentment within that relationship.
That's why I said you get a vasectomy there.
That's an option. That's always an option. But I mean, on both parties, and I know you were saying that, the woman has to go through more and she has to carry the baby and all that good stuff. But ultimately, this is why, and I'm not justifying it because you shouldn't walk away from your responsibilities at all. But ultimately, I think this is why a lot of men do walk away. And since women do have the final say, you have to be very careful with who you let inside your vagina.
I agree. I think
That's true.
even at the beginning of this talk, that's what I said is when me and my husband met, we was 3 months into our relationship when I got pregnant. I actually did offer him an abortion because we didn't know each other and I didn't want an unwanted child. But not every woman is sensible and willing to let that man play a part in that decision because you know how women are nowadays. They're like, it's my body,
Right.
I mean, yeah, I understand that. And if it's your body, that man does have the right to walk away. Now,
You absolutely have a right. I'm not against that. It's just, it would just be weird if you're in a whole relationship, but you still gonna take care of the child.
Right.
Then you leave the woman, like your child is suffering. I don't know.
Well, I get what you're saying, but I think in situations like that, I mean, it takes two to tango, okay? Point blank, period. It takes two to tango.
Absolutely.
But I've seen a situation where women have tricked men, and I know men trick women, but I've seen situations where women have tricked men in order for them to have a baby. So I've seen like a situation on Wendy Williams, and they actually talked about it, and he wanted to leave because he felt tricked. and he felt deceived because he found out he saw the text messages of the planning. So I think in that
And he
case,
actually was. You had that he felt it. He actually
Wow.
did do that.
you said
That's
what?
crazy. I said that he had the right to feel that way because he actually was deceived. I was saying like if it was actually an actual oops baby, if it wasn't planned, if they actually agreed to that and she just happened to get pregnant, but she didn't have any children. And so once getting pregnant, at 45, if a woman don't have no child and she get pregnant, she might have been saying she ain't want no kids because she got so old and didn't think she couldn't have none, but then she get pregnant. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a whole wave of emotions that will come with that.
Right.
Well, and that's why it's so important. It's so important to know what you want because, like I said, women who do not want kids do not have them at all, and they're not going to have them. So if you don't want no kids, fellas, then get with a chick who really does not want children. I don't want children, so I'm very selfish. I like to do what I want when I want to do it. So I had to find me a woman who was really thorough and down with not having children.
Yep.
So
Ever?
no, ma'am, at all.
That's so sad.
Well, can I
Good.
use her
For
uterus?
who? Sad for who? Not for me. I love life.
I mean, if they have an agreement, there's nothing sad about that.
No, it's
Don't
not.
feel
It's not
sorry
sad
for-
to them.
don't
That
feel
was
sorry
sad
for
to
me.
me. That's sad.
No,
See, but
don't
see,
feel
that's
sorry.
the
Can I ask a
case.
question to the panel?
It's always gonna be a.
Okay.
It's always,
Oh, Hall of Fame. After we talk, Chris has something she want to say.
yeah, I'm gonna let Chris rock after this.
Mhm.
See, that's the thing. It's always gonna be that struggle between man and woman. It's always gonna be that back and forth. It's always gonna be man versus woman. You know what I'm saying? And listen,
Man versus a woman.
that's the eternal struggle. You know what I mean? And see, the thing is, everybody play the game when they out here. When you first get out here, you're gonna put on your best self. Women gonna put on a nice dress and all that makeup and all this other stuff. She don't
No,
even look
I'm
like
not.
she not
Right.
even. She gonna put on the perfume and all that. The dude gonna put on his cologne. He gonna get the haircut and you know what I mean. Pull out the shoes. He don't even wear shoes. He wear slippers.
Ferragamo.
But he gonna put on some shoes. You know what I mean? That night.
Stacey Adams.
Show
Stacey
up.
Adams.
Stacey Adams, exactly. You know what I mean? She's gonna pull out them red bottom heels, and they all gonna look nice and smell nice. And then a month later, the real them gonna come out. Sweatpants gonna start coming out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, tube tops. You know what I mean? Wife beaters. All that gonna start coming out. You know what I mean? After a month or so, the real them gonna start coming out. But my point to all this is this. You know what I'm saying? Men and women need to work together. That's what it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? And when that doesn't happen, you know what I mean? Then of course, if you bring a child into it, it's gonna create more turmoil, like CJ is saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could decide to have the baby if you want to. Nobody can say that you can't decide to have that. But is that man gonna stick around, or is he gonna be responsible for that baby? That's a whole nother question in on itself. So be with somebody that's gonna be responsible and that's gonna help you with that child. Because raising a kid by yourself is not fun. You know what I'm saying? Not fun at all. You know what I'm saying? Both parents need to be there, and it's an enjoyable process if they both are there and they both have a loving family that's there and helping each other. But Chris, go ahead and say your thing, sister.
So I was having a conversation with my brother-in-law, and he asked me about this idea of a financial abortion for men. So let's say two people get together, and they're both like, yeah, neither of us want kids. So the man goes, okay, I want you to sign this contract. If you get pregnant and you choose to keep the child, I'm saying that I don't want kids. So if you choose to keep the child, you cannot put my name on the birth certificate, and I will not give you any money. Do you think that a male financial abortion should be legal?
Wow.
Say that last part again.
Man,
It kind of
put it down.
went in and out.
How do you feel about that? Did you hear the part before that? About
I heard the part about that. What you said was if the guy had an agreement with a woman and he pretty much basically make her sign a contract. I don't want the kid, but if you have the kid, you're not getting none of my assets. You're not going to go through my Social Security. I'm not paying no child support. So, and then you asked, and then the last question that you asked, I didn't hear that part, but it sounded to me is that, are you trying to say, would a woman keep the child?
Oh no, do you think that should be allowed? Do you think that should be legal? Do you think
absolutely.
100%.
Well, you guys,
That's
it is already legal. It's called signing over your rights. That's already a man can already do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Hold
on.
You have the right to sign over your rights, and once you sign over your rights, that means you won't even be placed on the birth certificate. The woman then can use her name or one of her family's names. Like, I mean, come on, that's already a right.
Yep.
Oh, okay, hold, wait, no, hold on. Before y'all start saying like, yep, like it's easy, right? Look at like
It's
people
not
like
y'all.
Dr.
It's I'm saying yep. That's me. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not y'all.
Okay. Well. Before you say yep, DJ Eddie King, let me tell you about like people like Dr. Dre and other people who put like these stipulations as far as what's that stuff called? Oh, somebody's phone ringing. Hold on. So, anyways, like dang it, what's that called? Like when you're trying not to pay alimony and stuff. Anyways, right?
A
Like
prenup.
you could have the prenup, yes, yeah, the prenup, right? You could have all these things, right? But the first thing the woman's gonna say is that, well, I was forced. He forced me to sign that. I was against my rights, and he cheated on me. And then they start getting to like that crying face and all that. And then the judge and all the suckers and simps is gonna feel sorry for her and be like, well, that should be like overturned. Although even
Okay.
that's a great idea, but I feel like there is a counter to a counter,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
I
I
don't I
agree.
don't
I
know about the
agree.
situation that
I
Chris was
agree with
talking
you.
about, but I can say that just signing over your rights don't take away your financial responsibility.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
just about to say
Quick
that.
question.
Exactly.
Oh,
Can you sign over your rights if you're married? So if they're married, can a husband sign over his rights?
yes.
You should
Yeah.
probably get a whole divorce at that point.
Okay.
It'll be yes, because you don't have to have the
I
right.
mean, I don't really know
Yeah.
what the point of signing over your rights for because you cannot sign over financial responsibility. Even
Right.
okay, so I even know a story of
That's
some
not
lesbians.
true.
They got pregnant. They got this guy
Yep.
to donate his
You know what you're
sperm.
talking
The,
about.
the
Yep.
the women got pregnant. They actually had a contract amongst them that they
Mhm.
signed
Mhm.
that said, "Sir, you are not responsible for this child. This is our child." However, one of the woman ended up having to get like some state aid or something like that. And once
Mhm.
she went to sign up for that state aid, you have to have a father because that child has a father. And they even presented them with the paper like, well, this man is not responsible because we have this contract and we told him that he is not responsible. No, you are still responsible financially. The only thing that can make you not responsible is that child becoming an adult or that child being adopted out. Or
Mhm.
if you go to a sperm bank and legally get some sperm and have a doctor do it. You still have to pay some type of way, but you cannot just get out of your responsibility and obligation of a parent.
Well,
That's a whole
I think
fact.
Danielle, I think that's
Mm.
in different states because I do know where someone signed over their rights here in Las Vegas and they don't have to pay absolutely nothing.
Mm.
Like
Really?
they literally have no financial responsibility. Like the child is not even theirs. A whole new birth certificate had to be made because he wanted his name off the birth certificate. Everything, like literally.
Mm. Wow.
But so I don't
Did
know if this
you?
is like part of the state or if there was something else that happened, but legally he's not even like even though he's biological his, he is no longer paying for the child or seeing the child that doesn't even have his name.
Did you
Wow.
know in certain states that if you even date a woman with a child and you don't have a kid, if a lawyer will take the case, that woman can pursue to put you on child support. And if she has a strong enough case, if you spent enough hours with the child, I was just watching attorney Donald Sterling talking about it on his page, and it happened in Michigan in 2009. She can legally get child support for a kid that is not yours.
That is true. I heard about that
That's
too.
true. Yeah.
That's
I didn't know it was in
absolutely
Michigan.
ridiculous.
That's crazy. That
But
is
Insane.
crazy.
I think they are trying to change that because
Mm.
They
I
need
know that
to.
if you with a woman who already had a child, like you said, value. If a woman already has a child and you come and you marry her, you have accepted the child as your responsibility.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Fellas, if you a man with no kids, don't do it.
yeah.
That's a trap. You're being
But I think they are trying
basically
to change that. I think they are trying to change that. Don't
okay.
quote me
Well,
on
let's say
that.
if it does change, right? Do
Eh,
you think it will retroact the people from before because the ones that's into those relationships and that sucks too though. I'm not even talking about being married to somebody who has kids and then like Dr. Boyce Watkins and then you're paying for like all the expenses for the
Mm.
stepdad for the real dad to just be chilling hoeing around, but for you to be dating a woman who have kids for X amount of time, and they can just take you to court like that. That's utterly ridiculous.
Hey,
But man, I'm gonna
M3,
put it like this. Don't what?
I got some really important news that I just found out.
Oh, okay.
The lady stream, you guys, just reached 120 views, and I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Yeah.
But I guess
Oh,
someone said it wasn't going to even reach 70. So the fact that it's at 120.
Who said? Who, listen, I said you have to get past the first video, and the first video still how many views?
well, no. But you
No,
said
no,
within
no,
a
no,
week. You
no,
said
no,
within a
no.
week. You
I
said
said
within a
I
week.
didn't. You said
You
within.
said no.
I
You
didn't
said
say
within a week.
nobody's name, Eddie.
I said in general, if you get past the first video, which is 124 right now.
Oh man. Oh damn. These ladies are celebrating. My wife just texted me. Head on to the car right now.
There's 124. They up to 120. It ain't
First
there
lady.
yet.
Again, First Lady Tam said, "Yeah, y'all, we hit a 120 views, ladies." Oh boy.
I just wanted to say that, we're just happy. So every time we see
She tried to rub
that,
it in my face. She tried to rub it in. She tried to.
of course I'm trying to rub it in.
No, man.
We
Hold
ladies
on,
are great,
man.
right,
Hold
Danielle?
on.
What
Good
you
job,
rubbing in
ladies.
his
Good
face?
job.
Yeah.
Good job, ladies. Good job, ladies. Congratulations.
Yeah. Definitely for sure. You
Shout
got.
out to Lady Tammy.
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to all the ladies that pouring like the hard work into it, and I'm very proud of y'all. Definitely for sure. I got okay. I gotta check that out. I gotta check out the first video that came out. So y'all said it was 120. I'm looking at it right now, real quick.
He fact checking, huh?
He fact check. Yeah.
Hey,
But we're
hey,
gonna
brother gotta make sure.
for next Saturday. I want everyone
What's
to
the next?
next Saturday is about dating. So please, you guys, be
Tomorrow?
there 5 o'clock, and it's gonna be fun.
I'm going to be there in the chat room.
We know.
Yeah,
Yo, so
better know.
And now we're just
so
gonna
8
get
people
like
was watching
500
this
views.
today, basically. Sorry, but go ahead.
I said that our next stream will gather about 500 views because it's going to be about dating, and we ladies are coming straight with it. No caps, no filters. We coming straight for you.
Let me say this, man. Thank the ladies so much, yo, for real. You know what I mean? They really put in that work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really
They
did their
did.
thing. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate it. And I gotta say thank you to the whole team, man.
Yeah.
M3, DJ Eddie, First Lady Tammy. She leading the women in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, to myself, for being the creative marketing genius that I am.
Mr. Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Building.
What's
But yeah, let's move on.
What's the next
Yeah.
question, Mario?
Well,
What's the
Hall of
next question?
Fame, you should
I mean,
feel
M3.
proud.
M3. What's the next
Oh, I
question?
almost certainly do, sister. Thank you.
So
Thank you so
the
much.
final. Yeah, so the final question is number 5, right? And by the way, it's 121 now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad. I'm happy though. The first one is still 124, but the other one is 121. So so DJ Eddie King, I think it's going to surpass it, man, by midnight probably.
Yeah.
That's
And if you
actually
probably
cheating.
in like
That's
the next
actually
10
cheating.
minutes.
That's not cheating. That's not cheating. All right.
All right. What's the next question?
All right. The next final question, right? Should there be a limit to how many babies you should make? And if so, what's your number?
Yep.
CJ is shaking his head, so I want him to answer it first.
He don't
Go ahead,
even
CJ.
want no kids.
Right.
What?
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let the man talk. Let the man talk, man.
Don't be
man
He
upset.
wants 0 kids.
Hey, let the man
I
talk.
think
Come
the
on, y'all.
limit should be. I think it should be. The limit should be based on finances. I think if you are poor and you continue to bring children into a world of poverty, that's not healthy on no end. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. It's not cool because I've seen it so much. So I think it definitely should be a limit based on your financial place that you're at.
In other countries, there are limits to procreation. Yeah.
How can you
Queen,
tell
welcome.
somebody how
Wait,
many
hold
babies
on,
to
Luann.
have?
Wait, hold on, Luann. I got welcome Queen in the building.
Queen,
Hey,
what's going on?
Welcome, Queen.
Queen.
Queen, what's going on?
not much. Sorry, I have a lot going on at work. So yeah.
Hey, it's
So you
all
here
good.
now.
Huh?
So you here now.
I appreciate that, DD.
Hmm.
The queen has arrived. The queen has arrived.
Yeah.
Hey, M3, tell about the lady stream real quick. Tell about the lady stream real quick.
Oh, I already know. We
That's what I was gonna
120.
say.
We won something. Don't play with us. We here.
121,
We
Miss
still
Queen.
rising. The views are still coming in. Don't play with us.
Hey, make sure y'all get the likes up like on the
Yeah.
latest ladies night stream. I mean, sorry, live stream. So we have 15 likes. Let's try to get up to 25 or something.
Yeah, let's get the lights up. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Y'all watching it, but where's the
Get it
likes
up to
at?
1,000 likes.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, let's go like it up. Right, DJ Eddie King?
What happened? He went to go like it. Me too. Wait, hold on.
He became
But,
a mute.
but
You know we doing our thing when we can silence DJ Eddie King.
okay, whatever,
Hey, congratulations. Okay,
Hey,
congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
you still haven't beaten the number yet, but congratulations.
That's okay. We still rising, and still I rise, and still I rise. Don't play with me.
Wow. Okay.
In that order.
All right. Luann, right? All right. I'm sorry that I had to interrupt, but go ahead. You say something. Queen, I'm going to get to you on the number 5 question.
No
and then
problem.
I'm going to rotate around. So, all right, Queen, what you think about the number 5 question? Should there be a limit to how many babies you should make? And if so, what's the number?
Well.
Oh, I thought I was. I'm sorry.
No,
go ahead, Luann. Go ahead,
yes,
Lulu.
it's Luann, Queen. I'll get to you. You're next after Luann.
Absolutely not. There shouldn't be. I mean, have as many as babies as possible. Again, be fruitful and multiply.
But if you go to another country, they're gonna limit that.
I don't care about what other countries are. I'm here. You feel me? But I won't be traveling to those other countries having no babies. And if one of my baby daddies is from one of those countries, like the 90-day fiance, he gonna come here. Okay, he got 90 days. We'll work it out.
Look, you go
We'll
fly
work
out, they're
it
gonna
out.
see you right back with all those kids. Like, oh no, that's too many kids now. You got to fly your ass back.
No, I think it's a show on here with this black lady. She has 15 kids, but the reason why she has 15 kids because most of them are, and she's only been pregnant 4 times. Most of them are triplets.
Yes, I love that show.
You know what show I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
And that man, and they
pregnant
agree for as
again.
many babies as possible. That's an awesome husband too.
And she's
But
pregnant
don't they
again,
got
I
money?
think, Danielle.
Duh.
She's pregnant again.
guess.
I mean, they had a small family, and now their dream was to have a big family. I think it's amazing.
I don't know if they like millionaires, nothing
But
like
don't
that.
they
He
got
just has
money
his own
because-
business, and they just able to make it rock out. I mean,
Yeah,
they just live
And
within
that's
their
cool.
means.
If you can
Yeah.
take care of your kids, that's cool. But when you are on a point and you keep having kids and you constantly on the system and constantly depending on the government to take care of the kids and constantly depending on taxpayers, that's when the problem comes in.
I don't mind. Even I think poor people should have the same right as rich man. So
That's crazy.
Why can't a poor man have 500 kids
Oh,
if
wow.
that's what they want to have?
That's too many kids.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Lloyd, you being ridiculous.
Well, maybe not
No,
500.
but listen. There is a man who has 98 kids. You know, he's
I
actually
think I seen
Chinese.
that too.
You saw that too?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay, hold on. Let me make this clear. Okay?
Go on,
A guy could have as many kids as he wants from many different women at the same time. Of course, it is understandable for him to have like 95 kids. But for a woman, it is utterly impossible for you to even have that number of 500 kids, Luann. Come on now.
Let me
Your
be
body's gonna break
realistic.
down in no time.
Let me be realistic. I feel like if a woman wants to have about 20 kids, she can.
It's
And
the
your
white
guts,
woman.
and
It's
your
the
guts
white
gonna be
woman got
all over
a
the
whole
place.
bunch of kids, and she like 50, 60. She keep on having the two. She got kids that's grown and married and having their own kids, and she still be pregnant. What's
That's
the name of
wealthy.
that damn
Only
show?
only
Yeah,
wealthy
but
women, wealthy white women
so
could get
so
away
but
with
I
it.
don't know if they well.
I just feel like when women say you can have as many kids as you want, then you must be expecting your man to have another woman, then, right? To take care of all them kids, right?
Well, you know what?
No.
I will talk about that because I believe that that's why I believe that, like you said, yes, Eddie, maybe there is another woman helping you with those children. It may
Not,
be a poly
I'm
relationship.
talking about another wife. I'm not talking about a
I know, a
maid.
sister
I'm not
wife.
talking about that.
What do you
A
call it,
sister
midwife
wife.
or something like that?
It could be a sister wife. Now that sister wife,
Yeah,
they have
okay.
more than one children. They may have more than one child. They may have five, and then that other wife may have five, and that other wife may have five.
No,
Okay.
well, I'm talking about for a fact, some fact that like you guys are going overboard with how many kids a man should have. You said 20 kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, does he have another wife available? Is that okay for him to get another wife?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To her, yes.
So now it's okay
What?
to have a
Okay.
bunch of kids
All right.
because you got more than one wife, so it's funner now. Is that what you mean?
What? One woman can't take care of 20 kids by herself.
Why?
Not one
Why
woman.
not just get a
Not
nanny?
one woman.
That you don't know what you don't know what a woman can do. We can have them, right?
Absolutely.
Listen. If you are rich, you can have. I feel like you can have that many kids. If you are rich,
So only rich people can have children? Is that what y'all saying right now?
it depends on the number.
First she said it. All she said was that he
It,
needs
it
more
depends. It
wives.
depends on the number.
Y'all,
It depends on the number.
making it up.
I'm saying y'all going overboard with 20,
me.
20, 30 kids. Come on, man, that's too many kids now.
But
That's too much money.
Hey,
There
DJ
are
AK,
men
you
out
gotta
there
remember,
with
they're still on the
20-something
high
kids,
vibe
though.
because they got.
I got you. Right, M3. Got you.
The
First
woman
Lady
I worked
Tammy.
with today, her grandmother had 18 kids, all on her own.
Amara, I need to use your phone.
We can hear you, First Lady Tammy.
No, I
Hello.
got you. I got on mute. Okay.
The woman I worked with today, her grandmother had 18 kids.
Wait, hold on. CJ. Sorry. Yeah, CJ, right? Oh dang, he
Keep
already dipped out.
going.
I was trying to have him shout out his YouTube channel, but it's okay though. Just make sure you follow High Value Nurse, man. His
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
You guys said that there was a man who had 94 kids.
98.
Yes.
India.
98.
Hold on. There's a man who has 94 kids in India, and he has 39 wives.
Good
Hey,
God.
listen, that's a good number to have to take care of all those babies. That's a good number.
That boy living. That boy.
A good number of wives. A good number of wives.
Goodness. Ooh,
That's not listen.
That's crazy.
Come on. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I just heard somebody say earlier about 20, 30 kids. I mean, like I said earlier, shouldn't they have that many wives?
Why do you need that
It's-
many
it's-
wives? What does that have to do with anything?
So what?
Well, hold on.
listen,
Well, Luann agreed.
because-
She said that it should be okay for him to
But
have
that's
wives.
because
Isn't
I
that what you
believe in
said?
something
That's what she said,
Listen,
right?
listen.
I know,
This
but
man
hold
that's
on,
had.
hold on.
Listen,
Let me
this
finish.
man.
Hold on,
I
DJ,
believe-
right? Okay, Luann did say, right? You heard her, right? She said it's okay for a man to have multiple wives. That's what
Yeah.
she said. So hold on, let me ask Queen, right?
Yes,
Queen, what do you
yes.
think about that? Do you
What?
think it's cool for a guy, right? A high value guy to have multiple wives?
Hell
you.
no. Hell to the nah. Ain't well, you can do whatever you want. Not in my house. That's BS.
Oh shit.
You know, either you want me or you go get someone else and go run the streets. But that ain't going down in my household. Hell to the nah.
Hell
love you,
no.
Queen.
No.
No,
You want to
no.
do that? Go to the country. Go do what you got to do. But the cords over here are getting cut real quick.
So listen, you said Daniel. You said that there's a woman who had 18 kids.
Yes.
On average, it costs.
Okay, how many kids that's grown right now?
I mean, that was her grandmother, so all of those kids are grown.
Oh,
She
all
got
the kids are grown.
on grandkids now. And I'm saying her grandmother, that one woman and that one man had 18 children. So I'm just trying to figure out what is the point of why do you feel like that man need more than one wife to have these children?
Because
Right.
the majority of women out there, it's rare for the women to have 30 to 40 kids. Okay, you don't hear that every single
No,
day.
you said
Okay,
that it
you
was
may
a
hear
multiple. I
you
thought.
may hear 5 or
I
6.
got
You know,
receipts.
you
I
may
got
hear 5 or
receipts.
6.
Let me
Okay,
Wait a
I got
minute.
we're not
receipts.
talking
Let me
about
say
kids
something
that's
real quick,
already
DJ Eddie.
grown. We're not talking about kids that's already grown. Okay, we're not
I
talking
got
about that.
receipts.
Let me say.
Okay.
Let me say
And
something
high
to these
value
women real
nurse
quick. Let me
said
say
it
something to these
costs
The
women.
most.
200K to raise
Let
a
me
child. Let's be
let me say
logical.
something to these women real quick.
No, it
Ooh,
doesn't.
200K,
Let me
Yep.
200K.
Hold on.
No, it doesn't.
let me say
Boy,
something to
about
these
to be
women real
broke.
quick.
What?
Hold on.
Bring
Y'all
CJ.
hear me?
Bring CJ back in here. I want to hear this.
Y'all hear
Hold
me?
on. I have
He has to
facts.
go to work.
Anybody want to hear my
Can y'all hear
receipts?
me? Wait,
I
no,
do.
wait, hold
Can
on,
we
Queen.
hear?
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, hold
Can
on.
we hear? Can
Well,
we hear Miss
Okay,
Danny
Hold on.
Mr.
out?
Hall of
You already
Fame, go
talked, Queen.
ahead.
Let me talk. Let me talk, Queen. Let me talk. Let
Oh,
me
go
talk.
ahead.
hold on. Where's
Yeah, I was
come on,
saying,
Tammy.
and this is for Queen and every other woman. Okay. Hopefully, the man that you choose is leading you in the right direction when he's not. When y'all both can agree that he's not gonna bring another spouse. Okay. Y'all both can agree, come upon about that agreement. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Why I said both men and women have to come up with an agreement. But the man is the one who makes the final decision in the house. Okay, that's a partnership. That's his house. He makes the final decision. You know what I
What?
mean?
Yeah,
So,
and that's
and
technically
I ain't
listen,
backing
cool.
out on none of
and
that.
that right there is
That's
technically
cool
our
with the
sperm too. So
partnership,
we do have rights.
BS.
That's technically our
But at
sperm.
the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
the king who ruled with this queen, that ain't happening. Nah to the nah,
And,
nah,
I, and, I,
nah,
and like I
nah,
said,
nah.
Well,
and
the
like I
king
said,
has to
Hell
say
to
so.
the
And I'm gonna
nah,
The
nah,
piggyback.
king has
nah,
to say
nah,
so.
man,
nah.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna
makes the
The
final
king
piggyback
has
decision.
to
on what
say
Miss
so at the
Denise
end
Both
of the
said.
day.
people
He's
have
the
right
king,
time
so
and
he has to
concept.
say so.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
wanna I wanna piggyback
Hold
on
on,
what
hold
Miss
on. Let the
Queen
king speak.
said.
Hold
No
on,
back.
Noel. You already been talking.
Chris,
All
no
right,
And,
go
quiet.
ahead. Go ahead, Hall of Fame.
I say ain't no
You got
backtalking on that. All right, and that's all I gotta say.
Can
Ain't
I
no
can I
back
can I
talk.
give
okay.
you the
What?
receipt? Hold on,
Wait.
can I
Hold
give
I
you
on,
the
need
hold
the,
on,
I need
receipt
the
from
receipts
hold
and
on.
that.
I
Ain't
got.
no
the
back talk.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
hold on, ladies. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. First, I got
You may have to mute some
welcome.
mics. You may have to mute some mics real quick. Like I say, ain't no back talk. All right?
Okay.
whatever. Can I give you
Ain't no
receipts?
whatever. Ain't no whatever.
Hold on. You give me the receipts
Listen,
later. Hold on,
I
hold on,
stand
hold
firm
on.
on mine.
Hold on, y'all. I got mute people real quick. Okay, Japrice, I want to welcome you to the live stream. Thank you for joining,
what's
Japrice.
up, Caprice? How you doing?
I know
First
you
Lady
got. I know.
Tammy.
And First Lady Tim as well too.
First Lady Tammy.
I know you guys got caught up in the bullet shots, the gunshots that's going on. So hopefully y'all well dug and y'all okay. But yeah, welcome.
I'm
And
enjoying this
remember,
conversation.
Caprice is the cousin of the Blooming Ebony. And Chris, you can feel free to say something too, though. You don't have to be shy.
Why she's so quiet?
I'm
She's like, y'all
confused.
crazy,
So
huh?
can I give you the receipts?
Hold on, Queen. Hold on. I'm
Queen, hold
trying.
on.
Japrice, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear. Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Yeah. Do you have hold on, let me ask her. I know y'all want look. I know y'all want to talk, but let her get her a chance to talk real quick. What do you think about okay, the number 5 question? Should there be a limit to how many babies you should make, and if so, what's your number? And how do you feel about high value men wanting to have kids by multiple wives?
Okay, yeah, so I think I came in just at that part when the panel was talking about a man having children with multiple women. So, okay, to answer number 5, I don't think there's a limit because I believe, God said to be fruitful. If you're able to take care of those children, um, financially, mentally, and spiritually. But of course, I don't believe that there is like a rule, but I want to say like every individual knows their cutoff point because as you get older, like you are not the same as you are when you are younger. That's why like my grandmother, like they had a child. My grandpa and grandma had a child, I want to say in her like early 40s. And my mom ended up raising my uncle. So we like grew up together. Rest in peace to him. But yeah, we grew up together because they were just so like lenient with him. And then like, so
Mm-hmm.
my mom just took over. So that's to answer that question. And also, so if a man has children with multiple women, I want to guess that those would be multiple households. How can he be able to give that child what they need all at once? Like that man obviously cannot be in those different households at one time. So somebody is going to be lacking something. Some child is going to be lacking somewhere, if not more, if not all of them. He can't be in all different households at one time. And every child
Mhm.
deserve, that's like their birthright, to deserve a full-time mom and a full-time father.
I agree because like it's like Nick Cannon, for instance. He has 8 children by some by a few like different women,
I'm sorry, you
and
said Nick Cannon?
I'm just using that as an
Oh God,
example because
yeah.
he has 8 kids
Yeah.
by different women. I don't know how many women that he impregnated, but because he has a few twins and all that, but
Yeah,
um, he can't be there 24/7 with all his children. They might
absolutely
only get a
not.
chance to see their father at least maybe once every blue moon, if they get the
That's right.
luxury to even have all the kids surrounded by him, by their dad,
Right.
you know. And I for sure it's going to cause some type of tension because, maybe one mother will feel like, well, he's giving this woman special treatment, and they're gonna try to find some way to like make the kids compete against each other to
Hmm.
get the father's affection and all that. Because by the end of the day, they're still gonna want his money and they're still gonna want his time if they find him
Yep.
attractive.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I think it's like a recipe for disaster. I think it's a recipe for disaster. Like in my household, my brother and I, we do have separate fathers. Um, my mom married my dad. My sorry, my mom married my younger brother's father, and like him and I, we never really connected, even though we have the same mom. But he always felt like, why do I always like have to leave and go to my dad when his dad is my dad? It was just like a whole big thing, and that kind of causes confusion too within like the children. So that's just my take.
okay. Thank you for sharing your piece. Uh,
You never asked
Chris.
me number 5.
Okay. I'm Queen. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to you. But Chris. I'm sorry. Chris haven't spoke yet, right? I want to get to Chris, and then I'm gonna get to you. Okay, Chris. Let me know what are your
Yeah.
thoughts because I know earlier you said you was confused.
Yeah, so it's just someone was asking for receipts, and I was like, "What did I, what did I miss?" There's just a lot going on, but I know
A
I
lot
know
of
the
nothing, but
question.
but go ahead.
um, yeah, I agree with Priya. I don't know if I can add much value. The idea of multiple wives, in other cultures, it's normal, and I know they also have to be able to afford their multiple families. And so I can understand maybe why they do so. Maybe like their first wife gets older, they want to keep building their families. But yes, I agree with Priest. I feel like your kids will be lacking somewhere, jumping from family to family. If it's normalized, I feel like maybe there's a system that they have in place that makes it work. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of built into their culture where like the entire village kind of comes in. They all work with the kids, where it's just not the father. Maybe they have uncles and older cousins or whoever it may be. But yeah, I totally agree with you, Priest. And I don't want to hold you too long, but yeah, I just wanted to add that little bit. Let's say the
Oh,
receipts.
thank. Yeah. All right. Thanks for sharing. All right, Queen. Now we're back to you. You still got the receipts?
Yes. So there is a woman. Hold on. Right now, I don't know about anyone else. There's a woman in Uganda. She birthed 44 children and she raised them in a village by herself.
Mm.
And her husband left her because she said she will not have allowed, she did not want multiple wives, but she raising and birthed 44 children
Wow. Wow.
out of her vagina.
And y'all say we
44
ain't
children.
strong.
Hey, hey,
Four,
Nobody
more
didn't
props
say
to
y'all
her.
was weak.
huh?
Nobody didn't say y'all wasn't strong.
Yeah, we ain't say that.
So
Yeah.
do I think there needs to be a limit? I have a lot of views on this, but I'm gonna stay with my politically correct view. Because in my mind, if I was in control of this world, I feel like having children is a privilege, not a right. The way what I see every day with the kids that I deal with, it's a privilege, it's not a right. Because there are people who just have kids and they end up in the system, and that's why I have a job and will never be without a job. Because everyone who can reproduce is not mentally, emotionally, or physically ready to reproduce. But that's another subject. So that's my non PG politically correct spin. But politically correct, I think as long as you can take care of the kids, do what you got to do. But it's unfortunate because that's a 9 times out of 10, that's not what goes on. Somewhere down the line, somebody gets neglected. But if you can handle it, I mean, my parents had 6 kids and my mom had 2 miscarriages. So it would have been 8 of us. But they provide a home, they provide shelter, they took care of us. My mom comes from a family of 10. My dad came from a family of 8. So their parents took care of them. So, hey, I say if you wanna have that many kids and you can take care of them, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's unfortunate because not a lot of people think, can I really give to this little one what they need? Or am I just gonna raise another messed up, trauma exposed individual who goes through the life traumatized and traumatizing other people? So that's
So
my spin on it.
how old is the lady?
The lady is, hold on, let me look it up.
And Japri says, wouldn't that be an exception to the rule? That is not normal or happens often.
Or it is. So let me tell you something. If she listen, she crazy for not letting him have another spouse. She crazy for not letting him have another spouse. She got 44 kids. Look, man, when once,
She is,
once you
he is,
once you start hitting them double digits, then you need to get some help. You trying to make that man take care of a football team? You only one man. Hell no, no,
Okay,
no, no,
all
no,
right.
no.
How old is she though?
she's, I don't know when the article was written, but it says that she was 39 by the time she had them.
Oh
So
wow.
wait, hold
So
on, wait,
so she
hold on,
probably she
wait.
had a couple of triplets. She had a couple of multiples.
Oh, so she was
A
kind of
couple of,
young.
well, not that. Listen, okay, let's just say she had a couple of triplets, right?
But
Okay,
she
she
started
said
when she was
she was
13.
okay. She's 39, right?
Yep.
Okay, and she has 44 kids,
Yeah.
right?
Her parents sold her
So,
to a
so
23
as a
year old.
woman, when you have the baby, right? Um, let me ask Danielle this. Danielle, when you have a baby, right? You can you still have sex, or do you have to wait for 6 months,
6 weeks.
or 6 weeks?
That's what the doctor say, but a lot of people don't wait that 6 weeks.
So she had a set of 6 sets of twins, 4 sets of triplets,
Do we
and
know that
3 sets
for
of quadruplets.
Also, that's how she was able to have all those kids.
Yeah, she had multiples. And she was sold, it says that she was sold to her husband when she was 13 years old.
sure?
That's that. But
And
listen,
she
listen.
started having babies at 13.
Wow.
But isn't that kind of different? Isn't that different from everybody else having 20 kids at
How?
the
No,
age that they
I
is
just
right now, as far as like 20 to 30 years old?
I
Chris,
wasn't
yes.
I wasn't doing it in comparison. I was just saying that one woman out of one vagina had 44 kids.
But you
That's
are
Queen,
comparing.
she's asking
You
But
where's the
are
but but
source.
comparing.
but go ahead.
Queen, she's asking where's the source. Can
Just
you
put it in the
like
private
post a
chat.
link on
no,
the in chat?
there you can YouTube it. It was on YouTube, and this one is called The Bright Side. So
Yeah,
just look it
just
up
put
and
it.
Google it.
Yeah, but put that
Yeah,
source
you
in the
could.
private chat, and then people can just look it up.
Okay.
And listen. You listen. You can't listen.
Go
I'm hearing a lot of craziness right now. You know what I mean? And you are comparing Queen and and women, y'all like to do that. You like to compare yourselves to other women and what they did and what they What he happen to do? Listen. That's that woman. Okay, you're not that woman. I'm hearing people comparing herself to Janet Jackson, all types of stuff right now in the comments. Listen. All right, Janet Jackson is Janet Jackson. Okay, she comes from prestigious family. She's a Jackson. Okay, if you're not a Jackson, you cannot expect a Janet Jackson lifestyle or result. Okay,
Right.
you know what I mean? Or and you don't have that financial. We don't have that financial backing either. None of us have that. That's like me comparing myself to LeBron. Like I'm not. I can't compare myself to him. I'm not him at all in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? So if that ain't you, ladies, please stop doing that. Please stop saying, "Oh well, Beyonce did that." You're not Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Beyonce.
Me and them three, we not Jeff, we not Mark Zuckerberg, we not Jeff Bezos, we ain't none of them cats. We successful, but we not that. We ain't the dude who run Tesla, Elon Musk, we ain't none of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? We may own some of their products that work for them, but we not them. You know what I mean? And a man, we logically think like that, but y'all don't logically think, and that's where y'all go wrong. That's where y'all always go wrong.
And the guy, the guy probably left. He probably left his girl for 44 kids because he didn't have no other wife.
Exactly.
That's why he left. He didn't even because of her attitude. He just left because he needed help. She wouldn't give it to him.
Exactly. I'm gonna raise a football team by himself. You got to be out your mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
She's considered the world's most fertile woman.
Wait, hold on. Chris, she has something to say.
You know,
Chris,
and some people could be lying too. You know, a lot of people is looking for clout these days. Just want to be on TV. There's a lot of people that's doing that right now.
Yeah.
So
wait, hold on, y'all, because Chris said something. But Chris, you have to be a little bit louder though.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with Mr. Hall of Fame. I feel like what we do is we pull these examples that confirm our bias, you know, because I don't really know what causes it. I think it's, you know, not wanting to accept people or to hurt people's feelings, not wanting to, you know, not be accepted. You want to be politically correct, whatever it may be. But I think doing that can do more harm than good, you know, because having conversations like this, you know, I remember what I was going to say before all the, we're talking about receipts and stuff. I've lost my train of thought, but I was going to say that I think like there should be a limit as to how many kids women can have out of wedlock, you know, by baby daddies who are showing that they're not interested in being fathers. And I feel as though if we keep saying, well, women shouldn't be limited, women should keep doing what they have to do, men shouldn't be limited. If we don't have the conversation, I feel like we'll never see any change. Not forcing people to do people are going to do what they want to do no matter what. But I feel as though if we keep pulling these random examples, it's just going to keep diluting the issue. So I completely agree with Hall of Fame.
I want to say if that example
give
wasn't
a round of
random,
applause.
I think she came up with that
Give a round
example
of applause.
because Mr. Eddie King was talking about needing more than one wife to have all the children. And I asked
no. I wasn't talking about you.
No. I was talking about Chris saying about this example and her receipt. And I was saying that the receipt came about because I asked Mr. Eddie King, why did he need multiple wives to have all these children?
You're welcome.
And he was saying because one woman can't have all those children. So she brought up a receipt of a woman can have all these children.
That's what I said.
No, I was saying, listen, hold on. Wait. I said, listen, what I'm saying is, women far as can't have that many children, me saying that they cannot. I'm saying, like, the answer is no. That other women can have children by the same guy, but why should one woman have all those kids?
What if she wanted what if she didn't have if you wanted that many kids and she didn't have a problem having that many kids, what's the point of multiple wives was my question.
Well,
if you want to have multiple kids, why not multiple wives? So what are you talking about?
What's the point is what I'm saying. What's the point of the multiple wives?
You sit around here, exactly. And you
look, I can't even want you to give me a fade. Yeah, I'm not stressing myself out over a football team of kids.
Okay, exactly. When you have 10 kids, you can't even remember half their names.
Yeah,
okay. My question is, The point is, he's not saying he don't want that many kids. He said he want more wives to have these kids. So you gonna have the kids.
If it's the woman's decision to have all them kids, then yes.
No. You said
yes, I do want multiple wives.
You said she needs you need multiple wives to have all these kids, and y'all talking about being stressed out over the kids. What I'm saying is, if you have multiple wives and you have all these kids, you still gonna have the same amount of kids, but you gotta have more of a headache because women are a headache themselves. So I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, they're giving themselves a headache for having all those kids. They giving themselves a headache. They wanted all those kids.
The man,
why not have all
the man
wives?
having a headache. Y'all said the man would have a headache.
Why we can't have a headache? Why we can't have a headache? Why y'all only can have a headache? We got headaches too. We get headaches too.
Y'all complain.
We got feelings too.
Complaining about the headache, sir.
Y'all wait. You said the women don't complain about headaches. Are you kidding me?
Right now on this
that's completely that's false.
Let me say this real quick, DJ. Listen. If it's a real man, he picking multiple spouses. He's gonna think what logically. He's gonna pick women that are beneficial and helpful to his cause and his program.
Yes.
He don't pick nobody who ratcheting or who doing this and who doing that. He ain't picking none of
that.
Talk
about being ratchet.
You know what I'm saying? I'm letting I put it all out there, sister. We talking
y'all
about
adding more stuff to what I'm asking. Y'all making my question more complicated.
We're
not. Actually, we're not.
From all sides. And listen, I want to say this. I'm giving a round of applause right now. I'm gonna give a round of applause. I gotta give her flowers, Chris. Thank you so much.
1 minute, M3.
Thank you so much, Bloomer Ebony. I really appreciate your insight and your outlook on things. You need to write a book, for real. You need to write a book, just about helping women just to think more logically about things, for real.
No, thank you.
You need to write a book.
I'm trying to figure out what is your logical thinking. I haven't disputed anything. All I did was ask questions.
I ain't saying dispute. I just said, I didn't say that. I said Chris needs to write a book. I didn't say nothing about you dispute nothing.
Can you mute Mr. Hall of Fame for a minute?
You ain't got to mute me at all.
Why?
I'm giving Chris her flowers.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hall of Fame. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The point I was making, whether or not it applies to Queen and the example she gave, the point I was trying to make is that there's a difference between an exception and what's the standard. And if you're looking at a bell curve, there's what's in the middle, which is what's typically the norm, and then there are the outliers and the tails. And what happens is because we're trying to be so inclusive as women, because we're loving, we want everyone to feel loved, we oftentimes include those outliers as if that applies across the board. And maybe that's, like I said, I was confused. Everyone was kind of talking at the same time, so I missed a lot of the conversation. So I'm sorry if I misinterpreted the reason of bringing in that particular receipt. But what I was saying is I've noticed a pattern. Where women will take random exceptions to the rule and apply it to the standard. The average woman isn't having 24 kids. And the average woman probably can't necessarily have 24 kids in her lifetime.
But actually,
not saying that it's impossible for all women, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, can we necessarily apply the exception and make it the rule?
If you look at our ancestors, they had multiple kids because that's what they needed to survive. So it's not so much as it.
And our ancestors had multiple spouses.
No, that's
exactly. Yes, it is. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Hold on. My great grandmother did not have multiple spouses, and she had 15 kids. So don't play yourself. I'm not talking about.
So you said Solomon. So Solomon didn't have multiple wives and multiple kids.
When we were in Africa, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, you said our ancestors.
Yeah,
so who you talking about?
Your grandmother is an ancestor.
We're not talking about biblical ancestors.
Grandmother.
Okay, you gotta be specific. Where you going? Remember, we're live.
You're not listening. You gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet and have your ears open and your mouth shut. Thank you. You gotta listen. You can't listen and talk at the same time. I think there should be a cap with the amount of kids people have. I think there should be one. I work with your kids. I work with those kids that people don't want to take care of and they just having a bunch of baby daddies. Those are my clients.
Wait. So if you believe the cap, what's the number? Just give me a number.
Exactly.
I don't think there should be a number. But
Oh, here we
I
go.
don't think
Here we go.
anyone, I don't think people
Oh,
can
I got this.
handle a certain amount of kids, depending on where you live. Look at the Amish people; they have
Right.
multiple kids, but
Thank you.
they have a structure.
How you
They
gonna make
have
a
a
statement
Okay,
structure
and
but
then
that's
not have a
set
good
up
example?
for them
the
to
thing
have
is,
a lot of
if you
kids.
believe there's a cap, right, you should believe there should be a certain number.
There
I
In
you
don't
your
think
go,
I
opinion,
Bob.
don't think
what
anybody
should be
can.
the
listen,
cap?
listen. How can you say that it's okay for the women to have them that many kids when they having problem with taking care of one? They
I
have
didn't
multiple
say
problems
those
taking care of
women.
one,
I
Thank
never
one
you.
said
kid.
those
That's what she
women.
Thank
said.
you.
I said when you are able to take care of them. That's what I said, and I will keep saying the same thing because when they're not able to take care of it, that's why I have a job. That's why I will never be without a job
Oh boy.
No.
because we
Listen.
got
People
fertile
who has
spots
money still have a
that
hard
just
time
want to spread
taking care of
their
one.
legs and reproduce. Think that's going to keep a man, and then they're bitter at the child, and then they end up. I got to take the child.
Mm,
So we're not even going to go there. That's a
mm.
whole nother topic.
Super
Okay.
passionate right now.
Who's
That's a
her?
whole nother topic. So you look at the octo mom, she went and got fertility, right?
Right.
Free
Another
fertility.
craziness.
She was on welfare. She got free fertility. Free. You know how much fertility drugs cost?
Hundreds
Twenty
of
to
thousands of
thirty
dollars.
$30,000. It can run you. She had 10 kids on fertility free drugs, and she got a show.
Well, she
Mm,
said
And
with the
where?
And
show
now
and
she's a
governmental
single
assistance
mom.
for life.
And
mm,
now she's
mm,
a single
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mom.
mm.
I don't know how she's
Thank
doing,
you.
but from the accolades from the show, she was able to take care of those kids. And you got to look at a lot of these families in these different countries. Who has? If you live in a dirt, rural area, do you have access to birth control? That's not even a thought of. So of course this woman can have 44 kids because it shows that she's having sex with her husband, but she don't have birth control. There's no condoms,
She
right?
isn't.
So
Bree said
that's
she
a
isn't
whole
the
nother
standard.
thing. And they have a lot of kids so that they can work the
What was
land
it before? Oh,
and take care of the
who said
family.
that?
Half these
Oh,
kids don't go to school. They take care of stuff. They sell stuff. They learn how to farm and do all kind of stuff. So a lot of times people have big families also to take care of each other and survive, living on farms. Look at the Amish culture. What's that one show with the 13 and counting or something they had? Yeah,
Yeah.
look at their lifestyle. You know, I believe if you want to have 10, 12 kids and you can take care of them and you can emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically nurture and take care of them individually, go for it. If that's what you want. But if you can't do that, it's not okay because you're bringing someone else in this world who you're just going to abuse. That's a whole nother topic. That's
I
not
hear you.
okay.
I hear
That
what you're
is
saying.
not okay. And I loathe the women who do this because it's a selfish decision to bring a life into this world and not be able to take care of it, knowing that you're not able to take care of it.
Right.
That
yeah.
is horrible. And we're not even going to go there. So
Well, you
that's
know
my
what? The
take on it.
government do incentivize that. The more kids you have, the more resources that you'll be provided.
Yeah,
So
but if you're not able to take care of them and they go to school and say, "Mommy slapped me," or they got a bruise on them, guess what? They snatch them kids and you lose your benefits. I know people, through my years of my experience that they do all kind of stuff to their kids. They get their kids taken and they try to fight to get the kids back just so that they can keep their Section 8 or their food stamps. They don't want the kid, they want the benefits of the kid. That's why I'm saying reproduction is not a it's a part it's a what do you call it? It's a privilege in my head. It's not a right because not everybody's meant or ready to do it.
Right.
And that's the horrible thing. I've seen it hands on. I've had to intervene. I've had to make those phone calls. It's not a joke. This little kid is not a doll that you just want to dress up and parade it around. You have to be willing and ready to take care of that child, or you're just going to make them just like you, if not worse. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm trying to take my lines.
Well, I just wanted to say, being Muslim, having multiple wives is in my culture. So I'm not against having multiple wives. I was just trying to figure out why Eddie needed more than one wife to have all these kids if the woman was willing. That was my only question. So, I don't have a
And
problem with multiple wives. I
and
actually offered my husband an extra wife. But he said no.
Oh wow.
Okay.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what's up, sis.
yeah, I like that answer, Danielle.
Can't
I'm
hear
not.
you, Luann.
Yeah, you're very low.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you
Can you
go.
hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I like that answer, Danielle. I'm not Muslim, but um, this spiritually, I just like when I'm reading the word, and just by seeing how men are just in general, I some men I feel are capable of being with just one woman, but I do believe that some and but the other half they just can't. So for that reason, if you do have a woman, as Danielle said, if you do have a woman who is willing to then say, here, I want to have a sister wife, that is part of that relationship that husband and wife can then choose because ultimately it's family based. I want to grow my family. I think Queen said this too. I want to grow my family. Those people have the mind frame as I want to grow my family, um, have my little farm here, have our food, and multiply in that way. More people, more income. So I think it. I think it.
Well, we don't get to cohabitate and stuff, so that it wouldn't be like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For me, I've been like looking, not just I just been not exploring, but researching like poly. That's how they are as well, just like for family. And I like the dynamic of family. Like you're always with someone, and so but not to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go find me a husband who wants to have like multiple wives. No, but I'm not against that. Like Daniel said, I'm all for that if my man wants to have a second wife.
You're low again.
Oh, I'm all for it if my man wants to have a second wife. I think it would be a structure like Daniel said. It would be structured probably different. Maybe she's not in that house and she's in her own home, but ultimately we're still all family.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. All right.
All right. Um, Chris, let me ask you this question. If you can hear me well.
Yes, I can hear you.
Um, Chris, like I'm hearing like this debate about like the multiple wives thing, but what are your thoughts? Like, if you were in a situation with a high value man, and he gave you everything you want, like the children that you want, will you be okay with that particular high value man to have, you know, multiple women like wives and stuff? Yes or no?
Yeah, not multiple women.
Mm.
Why?
Wives is different.
I would not, no. Which is, I typically, when I meet somebody, I usually vet them to see like how loyal they are. Typically, people I'm with, they're typically very exclusive, and so I don't put myself in that situation. Um, but if I happened to be in it and that was something that he was interested in, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Okay, that's honest. All right, man. Whew. This was a this was a hell of a show. I'll tell you that. Well, let me see. Let me read this chat real quick. She said, "Better said than done." Okay, I agree. Okay. Well, anybody? Oh, dang! I didn't even realize the time. Like, anybody have like any like closing comments that they wanna say before I ask you guys to shout your YouTube channels or social medias?
I would say, love who you want, have many babies, be fruitful and multiply. That is your That is your God given right to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, only in America though. Go to another country and it'd be different.
And I will see the kids on my caseload.
Oh, I hope not. That's horrible wishing.
I'm just joking. I'm
That's
just
sad. I'm so sensitive. Everything is sad to me.
Hey, look, there was someone who was um developmentally delayed, very fertile, in the system, on the streets.
Mm.
That's
Within
sad.
with hold on. So taken advantage of.
Mm.
12 kids, all drug exposed before the age of 25. So now you have how many more years? You're
Oh.
still fertile. You're still developmentally delayed. You're still being taken advantage of. But there's every time you give birth, we're at the hospital waiting. And you have 12 kids already in the system.
Aw.
I'm just saying, you know, it's not always that black and white, like there are circumstances where certain people are preyed upon, and because they don't have the support, they're just used up until they're unable to be used anymore.
Well, I'm sorry, y'all. What was the part that you said was sad? Because I was
All of that,
reading.
what you just said, that's sad for a person to be developmentally delayed and taken
Hey,
advantage of
hey,
and keep on having children because no one is there to support her. Why are you bringing up these
Oh,
sad stories here, sis?
I'm just keeping it real. I
Keep
mean,
your
this
work
is
life to
what
yourself. We is not
this
social workers. You
hey,
depressed
hey,
enough.
hey, 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 hey,
I'm
hey.
depressed.
This is what a lot of people think. You have a lot of um ignorant mindset
Right.
with very fertile people. I had one person say, "Oh, I'm gonna have 30 kids in the system before I turn this age," and they were
Right.
well on their way to getting that number. But
Mm,
this is the mindset. A
They need
lot
to
of
have
people
some
think this
mental health.
way. It
Right.
it don't even matter. But I'm just saying they are fertile, and we cannot stop them from reproducing.
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me make my closing statement. Let me make my closing statement. We gotta close out. Listen, for men and women both, okay? You know what I'm saying? Understand, when you bring kids into this world, this is a team, joint responsibility and decision. Please make this decision as that. You know what I mean? Please support each other and love each other as you're making this decision. For women, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with the ladies first. For women, you know what I mean? Don't force kids on a dude, and don't try to compare yourself to another woman, you know what I mean, unless it's comparable or unless y'all on that same level. Okay? Stop doing that women comparison stuff. Stop trying to think that you are this person or that person, or you're this celebrity, or you killed the lady with the 40 children, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? You're not that person. That's not you. You know what I mean? Be at the level that you're at and continue to get better and progress your life and be a better person. You know what I mean? And eventually, if you do that, you will find the right man, you know what I mean, who has the same goals, dreams, and aspirations that you do. And as you have those kids, be there and be a great mother and be that nurturing mother that they need. Also, that nurturing spouse to the man that you're with. For the men, you know what I mean? Don't be out here, you know what I mean, just spreading your seed, being a deadbeat
Slanging that
daddy.
dangling.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Or
Being a
big,
deadbeat
big.
daddy, starting kids in other states, and you know what I mean? You're not taking care of them, and you move
yeah,
from one
don't be
state
Lady
to the
Tammy.
next. You're trying to dodge child support and all types of stuff. You know what I mean? Then 18, 20, 30, sometimes almost 40 years later, you want to show up and be super dad. That's not how it works, brother. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your responsibilities, man. Okay? Make sure your mind and career is right. Remember, you lead the household. It ain't up to a woman to be a man. Okay? I know you men hate hearing that. You know what I mean? Put the joystick down for a minute. Invest in the craft, invest in some responsibility. Get off your behind. I won't say the other word, but get off your behind. Do some push-ups. You know what I mean? Some sit-ups if need to. Eat the right things. Start taking care of yourself and your hygiene, and be a man. Be responsible. Start reading, praying, meditating, all that. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, man, do what you got to do, man. Okay, and for both men and women, watch who you lay with and watch who you stay with. And that's all I got to say about that.
Watch
Okay,
where you
Forrest.
lay, watch where you stay. Hey.
Hmm.
All right, that's it. That's it. Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and how we do this little thing real quick. Hold on for a second. It start off like this. Oh, okay. I guess we'll start with DJ Eddie.
Yeah, sorry guys, I was in the middle of something, but yeah, I enjoyed the conversation. I love this conversation, man. We should have more of this. Uh, Shout out to everybody in the room, everybody in the chat. Shout out to Mr. Hall of Fame, M3.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Lewin, the Ebony Bloom, Queen, Danielle. Yeah, let's shout out to all y'all, man. You know, I enjoyed this conversation. Please look me up on Instagram, dj.eddie.king, DJ Eddie King on YouTube, and Eddie F. King on Facebook. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go down to let's go down to Danielle. Okay. Switch. Oops. Hold on for a second. What the heck? How do I? Oh. Okay. That's come on, stream. Oh, there we go.
Hi. So you can follow me on Instagram at Fly Nurse Mom Wife, and my YouTube and Instagram is also a sip of D. I don't have no content on there yet though. I'm about to get it going though. But it's been
All right.
so nice to be here. I also enjoyed this conversation. It's nice to hear everyone's perspective. Awesome.
Yeah.
Keep these conversations coming. Oh, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow
Mm.
at 8 o'clock for the women's panel because we kill it.
Me
That's
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. Tomorrow's
Saturday.
Friday.
Friday. Why do I keep on?
Friday.
I'm always a day ahead. I've been a day ahead for the last couple of days.
Girl, don't rush my weekend.
Girl, we want
You about to
that.
jump in a day early, I'll tell you.
She said, "Don't rush my weekend."
My bad. Well, Saturday.
All right, you get it. All right, let's go ahead and bring Luann real quick. Luann, Miss Petty.
Yeah.
Petty. The penny girl.
Miss Petty.
Put pennies in the collection plate. Oh, I bet your pastor don't like you. He's like, man, I'm going to pray for you.
What?
Kitty girl.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I really. Oh, okay. So you already know my Instagram is Ladybug5150. My Facebook is just Luann Love. I haven't started my other one yet, but that's coming soon. I'll probably do it tomorrow or whatever. I really enjoyed the conversation. And it was really, really good, and I loved everyone's views and input. Eddie, you know you my road dog,
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect. You know.
Mrs. Perfect.
Oh, shoot now.
Ow. So, and my one thing I want to give everybody is be fruitful and multiply.
Uh-huh.
And
now,
enjoy
y'all know
it.
I'm really the true person one, but okay.
Enjoy it.
Chris, the blooming ebony.
Hi, my name is Chris. You can find me on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony and on YouTube at Blooming Ebony. I had so much fun tonight. I'm so excited to be a part of the Knowledge and Relationships team. Thank you both, M3 and Mr. Hall of Fame, for inviting me into your team. Welcome to your team. I'm looking forward to many, many shows to come.
Thank you so much, Chris. And we're looking forward to your contribution. I mean, you're already contributing as it is. So. All right, Queen 2021 until 2022 comes.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's up, Sierra's in the house? I'm stop. You can find me on Instagram at Queen2K21. That is my platform. And I will see you guys on Saturday, 5:30 for the women's stream.
Oh, it'll be 5 o'clock this weekend.
5 o'clock.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
5 o'clock.
Right. I'll be there 5 o'clock. Okay, cool. So anyway, love the panel, love the discussions. Always keep it coming, and I'm ready to take care of this and handle my business.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Queen. Stay classy. All right, Mr.
Mute his mic.
of Fame.
Mute his mic.
Huh.
He can't be canceled. I'm
Mr.
gonna
Hall of
mute him.
Fame. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
but
go, baby.
When you
wait,
break
can
their
I ask,
hate, it's
I
all
Let's
question,
go.
good. Break their hate.
why are
It's
we
all good.
counseling Mr.
Let's go.
Hall of
Let's
Fame?
go.
You can't hate my accomplishments, Will. You can't hate it away.
Right.
I am the network manager for knowledge and relationships. Okay, you can find me at MR Hall of Fame Forever 23 on Instagram. Yet again, MR Hall of Fame Forever 23. I thank you all for being a part of our experience. We truly appreciate and love all of you. Thank you for all the comments in the comment section. You always keep us laughing, thinking, and inspired. And just stay blessed and stay loving each other, y'all. I want to thank everybody on this panel tonight. Chris, I want to thank you. I want to thank Queen. I want to thank Danny. I want to thank of course, Luann. Of course, the team. Yeah, that's right, the dream team. You know what I mean? First Lady Tammy, I seen you pop in real quick. You gave us a quick wave. I know you had to do your thing today. You know what I mean? DJ Eddie King, that's right.
Yeah. Look, I still got
DJ
that beat
Eddie
for you
F.
too,
King.
man.
Let's get it right. DJ Eddie F. King. Let's get it right,
Yes,
okay?
yes, yes.
You have to say his full name. You don't say his full name, don't say it at all.
Yes, yes, sir. And I got that full beat for you, man. I got that beat you've been asking for.
Let's
I
go.
got it. Let's
And
go.
of course.
If anybody want the beat, you gotta get through Darrell or M3. If you want to talk about you needing beats, you gotta talk to them first.
I know what Darrell is. Miss Hall of Fame.
No, that's another guy.
That's another guy.
Or if you don't talk to him, you can talk to Mr. Hall of Fame. Also, and M3. For the music. So go ahead and let's get it together.
Yes. And
yeah.
lastly, but definitely not least, the big man with the band himself, M3. Yes, sir. Gotta thank him. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much, and we love y'all. And M3, take us home, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. So I just want to thank everyone, right, for participating in this live stream. It was fire. I'll tell you that right now. And don't forget, everyone, that no matter what you do, right, make sure that you set your calendar straight for the ladies' night stream, 5:00 this time. August 28th. So it's gonna be a half hour early than usual.
Saturday.
But after that, we'll go back to like 5:30. But for this Saturday, it's 5:00. So be ready, boys and gals as well too, though. And that's about it. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, get these likes up, and that's pretty much it. So wait a minute. Actually, one more thing. I always be forgetting this, but before you go to any of my live streams, I don't care if you're a guest or if people are part of the panel or you're in the chat, always make sure you guys get your minds right. Always.
That's right.
Before joining knowledge and relationships.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, get your minds right before we join your streams as well, too, y'all. But anyway, I just have to put it out there just for laughs, though. But thank you guys for watching. Shout outs to CKQ. Shout outs to CJ. And shout outs to Japrice as well too for joining into the panel.
And those that joined the chat, shout out.
Yeah, definitely shout out to you. Come on, man, give everybody a round of applause.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So, anyways, though, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we're hella out right now. Okay. Peace.
Peace.
All right.